Remember, flush Umiko supremacy on this channel.
What?
Oh, we have a spammer?
Do it?
Oh, no, maybe not.
I think you're just typing Nick Yagi.
Well, if it happens, just, you can...
It's silent voice, you don't have to check.
Alright, I think we are live. We are live. Hello, everyone! It's Dylan from Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up, episode 46. Hey, you know what?
Right,
it's alright, man. We all make mistakes.
It happens to me all the time.
Grilled to perfection, hashtag the Yogster. Thank you so much for making us a part of your Wednesday evenings. We are here to talk all things Nick Yagi, Sweets Kakako, Machine Cavalry Club, Tiger, Gohan 66, the old man in the ramen shop. I mean, this was really a loaded episode, and I am so excited to get down to the nitty-gritty with two of my closest friends, two people you all know and love. Pete, Nick T, how you guys doing today?
Doing great. Had
Good,
some Mexican food for Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, yes.
Delicious.
Of course,
Had
good.
some
In
had
Red Bank?
margarita. No, we were over in Freehold.
Okay. Well, I'm happy you had a good dinner.
Thank you.
You doing well?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being a part of this. So, and thank you guys for all being a part of this podcast as well. Once again, this is the #1 watched Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's podcast in the world.
True.
That is insane, and I'm so thankful for that, and that is all because of you guys. We have a lot to get to. Obviously, there were a couple of bets on the line, including cowboy hats and hot wings. You'll also notice that someone is missing. Nick Calibro got his second dose of the vaccine this morning, and so Calibro is unfortunately not able to make it. He wasn't sure how he was going to be feeling. He didn't want it to hit him while we were live, which I think is very fair.
It's definitely fair.
So,
he could be, getting fever right now. Like, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't want to be
Bleeding
around it. I don't want to be around it, So I told him, stay home, rest. So I think the hot wings, the cowboy hats, that has to happen when we're all here because we all want to do that together. So it will happen. And I also have to start the stream by saying, God bless Nick Yagi, the savior of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I promise... Another month, yes. But I promise you the hot wings and the hats, as long as we're all here next Wednesday, which we should be, that will happen next Wednesday.
I'm sure Cal will be in good health by then.
He'll be in, well, hopefully.
Oh, we'll see.
Hopefully Cal will be in good health by then. But he did write in his a little synopsis that he had about the episode.
Okay, good.
Thankfully, he doesn't watch these, so we could just say whatever.
He's literally here.
He is here. Oh, God. Well, that's great. He's going to want to stick around for the opening monologue. I'm actually disappointed he's not here, but I got a great monologue. But before we get to the monologue and before we get to our thoughts on episode 46 and any crazy theories we have, I do want to go into everyone who super chatted or donated in the last stream. There's two ways to donate, the super chat link on YouTube or the link in the description. I get a little more of a cut from the link in the description. PayPal takes like 5% while YouTube takes 30 to 35%. But if you feel comfortable donating and you choose to support me that way, doesn't matter which one you use. I mean, if you're more comfortable with one or the other, that's completely fine. Just know I appreciate it greatly so much. And I want to read off the names of everyone who supported us in the last episode because that is, I think, the only fitting way to really kick off these podcasts. So a big thank you to Sean Gilbride, X-Slayer, Kyle Cesar Campos, Ice Aiden, Nicholas Horton, Janeth Erst, The Saxophone Beast, Adola Burst, Goosey Q, Dylan Adams, T Pinkstaff, The Nerds, Nick Schoner, Legendary Duels, Mega Karibo, Solid Snack, Limestone, Chapel of Flapple, and Entame. And a special thank you to Drago77 Blue, who I think ended up donating over $100. He had a $50 donation, a crazy high donation. So wanted to give him a special thank you. And thank you to everyone who donated. I think the next item that we will be getting for the channel, I am thinking about getting another not a live tiger, a high quality camera, maybe another Sony a6000 to get a couple of different lenses. We might get another professional light in here. That way, based on who's talking, where the conversation is, I can just kind of switch the cameras, make it look more like a professional, show and setup. So that's where the donations are going to, just increasing the quality of this production. And, I can't thank you enough for that. So you guys are all amazing. Are you guys ready to begin?
Well, as I do a completely manufactured transition, speaking of donos, we got a couple big ones here.
Really?
Let's get off the show with.
Okay.
And Maddie Dolburst is here.
Oh, Maddie,
Donated
come on, man.
$50. $50.
Jeez, thank you so much, Maddie.
Right off the bat.
Thank you,
said,
dude.
Hope you're all having a great night. Last big donation for a while, so hope this influences you to start Moriarty the Patriots this week.
It will. You know what, Maddie? Just for that, bro, I am 100% going to start it this weekend. I think I was going to anyway, but I will 100% start it. We were talking about jiu-jitsu. Pete just finished episode 11, so he's getting to the end there.
crazy.
Well, you're halfway through,
I
but
have to start it, dude.
yeah, it's really good.
Worth it.
So, Maddie,
Tonight.
you turned all of us onto it, man. But what you have done for me specifically and for this channel, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you for a $50 donation. That is insane, dude, especially considering the donations you have given me throughout April. It was just nuts, man. You're good for the year.
Yeah,
No big
madman.
donations for a while. I want you to stay true to that because some people say that and then they're donating the next day.
Yeah,
So
literally.
please stay true to that. Save up for that merch and that vacation in June. But man, I love you. Moriarty the Patriot. I'm going to start it. Thank you so much for the big donation. And that is a crazy way to kick off the stream here
It
tonight.
is
Wow.
crazy you say,
Yeah.
because an X-Slayer came right back like 10 seconds later and donated
He's
50
another one.
bucks.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
And he
X-Slayer.
He said just when you thought that Nick Yagi was going to lose, he stood out on top and killed the living crap out of Sweets Kakako.
Yes.
Now we pray for what turns out to begin the era of TGE Yogster. Overall, really enjoy this episode, but the duel, it was meh.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what X-Slayer is saying. X-Slayer, thank you so much for the massive $50 donation.
Yeah, right.
Thank you for rubbing it in my face. I appreciate it.
He has to.
I know I'm going to be taking some slack from the chat and these two tonight, so I'm well prepared for that. When we get to Yagi and Kakako, I'm well prepared for that. And X-Slayer, I apologize, no hot wing and cowboy hats tonight. Want to do it when we have a full crew,
Right.
so that should be next week. We're absolutely going to do it. Should be next week.
I'm looking forward to it.
Maddie, X-Slayer, the two of you have done so much for me and for this channel and for this stream itself, for the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh stream. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You guys are amazing. I hope you enjoy the show tonight. I hope all of you enjoy the show tonight. Thank you for making us a part of your Wednesday nights. With that said, you guys ready to start?
Let's do it.
Yes.
Why don't you start us off?
Oh, thank you, man.
So
So
you
I-
do it way better than the guy that's normally
So I want to talk about the moment that everyone is talking about from this episode. No, it wasn't Gohan 66 becoming a comedic figure like that and losing any sort of villain legitimacy that they had. It wasn't the Tiger Asana moment, although that was a great moment. It wasn't even Nick Yagi beating Kakako or Kakako making a grave miscalculation by saying the name Finger Chikako, even though nobody brought up Finger Chikako.
Yep.
And it wasn't even the maniacal Ramen Man at the end of this episode who has, I guess, a massive tie to the plot of the story even being set in motion. It wasn't any of that. It was the bro moment at the end of the duel when Sweets Kakako rode off on that horse back to her time period, which is complete BS. I'll get to that later. And Nick Yagi was very torn apart, and Menzaburo just put his hand on Nick Yagi's shoulder. It reminds me of high school. Cal, you watching?
Oh, here we go.
There was a girl named Courtney. You guys remember
Oh,
Courtney?
how could I forget?
I had a crush on this girl named Courtney. I told Calibro about it. And Calibro, about 2 months later, ended up,
doing the thing, doing the dance.
dancing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Doing the dance.
Dancing with Courtney. And I was pretty upset. I was Menzaburo after Sirocco left him.
Right.
I was pretty upset.
Right.
Yeah.
And then 3 months after that, while our friend Cal was talking to her,
Yeah.
she ended up doing the dance with one of our other friends.
Yeah, that's true.
You remember that, Maddie?
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember well.
These-
And,
yeah.
and I remember Calibro was very upset about that.
Oh, absolutely.
And so Calibro,
he just needed a bro.
he just needed a bro. And Calibro was Nick Yagi on one knee, upset on the ground. And I walked over to him as someone who understood what it was like to lose her. I get it, man.
That's beautiful.
I get it.
That's beautiful.
And so I have never felt so more closely intertwined with the Ramen Club, with Nick Yagi, with Menzaburo. I get it. I get why you guys like this guy. And it just reminded me so much of the early friendship that me and Caliber had. I wish he was here because
It would've been perfect.
I think he would be very thankful for me recalling that story.
I think
he'd be
he would
proud of you.
Yeah, I think he'd be very proud.
I think he'd be very thankful, and I don't know, he might have gotten emotional if he was here in person. Maybe he's getting emotional right now.
Yeah, from home.
He probably is. That coupled with the shot, he's probably crying.
Yeah. So
I mean,
Cal
she was the one that got away.
She was. Yeah. From both of us, arguably.
Yeah,
You could argue in the end, all three.
She danced a lot that year. Let's just say that. Cal, I love you, man.
Wow.
And I hope you enjoyed the analogy there. But yeah, great bro moment. Nick Yagi, Menzaburo, great friends, and the Ramen Club, outside of obviously our main clubs, is easily the most fleshed out, legitimate club that we have gotten in 7 so far. All in all, general impressions. The duel was okay. I'm not as harsh on the duel as everyone else. It's rare that a half-episode duel is ever going to blow me away.
Yeah.
So when the duel started in the second half of the episode, I was like, all right, it's going to be a quick one. It's going to be Nick Yagi. Sweets beats over him, doesn't get the win. And then Nick Yagi beats over her and does get the win. So, I knew that's what it would be. The only time I've ever been blown away by a half-episode duel was Neil Yugioh round 1, and those circumstances were
different.
insanely different. So you can't really compare. That's not the standard. That's an exception. Yeah, exactly. That's an exception. So duel was, quick, but I thought the plot stuff more than made up for it in this episode. And all in all, a phenomenal episode for the plot. And there's so many different things going on with all of our teams right now that I absolutely am really enamored by what's happening in the show in this arc. What are your guys' thoughts on the episode?
I thought it was a great episode. I mean, my feelings about the duel itself were similar. It didn't blow me away. It was fun. I liked the card designs. I thought that was really cool. But other than that, the duel was just there to serve the one purpose, right? Yep. But a lot of the plot stuff that we got, I found really intriguing. You know, from on one hand, like fleshing out the sort of food. I don't even know what we want to call them. The Menzaburo group, the food group there. And finally giving Nick Yagi a sort of a place in it, because up until now he was just kind of there.
Yeah.
And now
he wasn't even speaking.
He wasn't even speaking. He never. Yeah. But now, like, it really proved that him and Menzaburo have this bond. They're bros. Because even not only did Menzaburo come to what's the word? Provide solace for Nick Yagi. Earlier on, when Menzaburo was shocked that it wasn't Noodle, Nick Yagi comes over to...
He came to his aid.
He came to his aid.
Stepped in.
So they're there for each other. They're locked in.
Yeah.
And I think that actually, like, as silly as it is, I think it was a really good moment for both their characters. On top of that, I really liked that the the journalism club kind of showed up. I like seeing more of them. I kind of want to see them sort of report on the goings on of the plot, because I think that would be an interesting sort of subplot to have them reporting on everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And plus, I actually just like I don't remember the head journalist's name, but I really like his Bakuro. I actually like his character a lot.
Yeah.
And then just like the weird. I mean, yes, was I disappointed that Gohan 66 didn't turn out to be this big crazy thing? Sure, it was funny though, and I don't know. I guess that's really it. I mean, I think that we had a little teases here and there. What's going on with the ramen guy? What's going on with everybody that lost? Why are they zombies? And then the kind of the one I think is the most interesting is what is going on in the interaction between Asana and Tiger.
Okay.
Because I think that is a huge thing. We've been teased a bit before. Like, there's definitely a history between Tiger and Gohan 7th, but we still do not know. 7th or 6th?
Gohan, Machine Cavalry Club.
Yeah, whatever.
It's Gohan 6th. Yeah.
6th, excuse me. There's definitely a history there, and I would like to learn more.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're gonna talk about the zombie kids. I want to talk specifically about Gohan 66, the alien girl, which you didn't even mention. Who is this alien? Is it one person? Is it multiple people?
It is, yes.
We're gonna talk more about that. We got the ramen shop madness we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna also talk about Tiger and Asana and the Machine Cavalry Club as our main topics. But generally speaking, Pete, your thoughts on the episode?
Yeah, I had fun. I mean, all the Yogster moments aside. No, I had fun. I had fun reacting to it with you on Saturday when it first came out unsubbed, and then rewatching it again today subbed. It still has the same effect to me. I'm not really that hard on the duel, honestly. I wasn't expecting much. Like you said, it's half an episode duel.
And it's two characters we've never seen duel before.
So, like, I expect that. I guess I can understand that, like, yeah, they both kind of level up, per se, right? She goes up 800... life points, and then wipes him down to 300, and then he comes back and pretty much OTKs her, right? Like, so I can understand there wasn't a lot of a ton of movement or strategy there, but
Yeah.
there was still, he still had the effort to make all of her monsters fire attributes, which at first you're like, well, he's just helping her with his field spell, so what is he doing here? And it was just because his effect later of the monster he was going to pull out is 25 or 100 more. Like, so there was a method to his madness.
Yeah.
Of course.
I thought they gave a little bit more development than what I was expecting of Nick Yagi.
I agree with that.
He actually, and I'll say it, I'll take it from a different angle than you guys. I'll take it from the Sushiko angle. Because she's really the voice for us in this episode where we don't really know a lot about Nick Yagi. She's kind of, we're Gakuto in that moment.
Yeah.
And where Gakuto's kind of like, oh man, you know, I should have dueled. Like, you know, he looks like he's done for. And she's like, no, like he's just getting started. He's heating up. Now he's a little angry.
Heating up the
And so I thought we kind of had those moments through her. And it shows that we know she's a capable duelist. We found that out last season, right? And then I think it also shows that this group is tight. Because she's giving Nick that respect as well. Where she's like, nah, he can hold his own. Like, he is a pretty talented duelist. I've seen it. You guys haven't seen it, but I've seen it.
Yeah.
And I thought those moments were really well done. So
Yeah, absolutely. Let me read what Caliber said about the episode. Solid episode. Kind of disappointed with the immediate comedic relief that Goha 66 had when they approached them.
Yeah.
Love the Tiger and Asana interactions. Tiger x Asana? 5 question marks. Caliber shipping. I never thought I'd see the day.
I don't like that.
I'll join the boat.
Classic Rook
feeling good.
Classic Rook going for the food before the duel. Big dub by Nick Yagi, and of course he fell in love with sweets the same way the ramen dude did with noodles, LOL. Intrigued by the ending with the autograph and Yuga's group at the ramen shop. Overall, liked the episode, but Goha 66 is starting to look like it could be a short-term villain with the way they were introduced here. Yeah, I completely agree with him. I think it's a good transition, because that was, I think, the duel a lot of people didn't really love, understandably so. Goha 66 is also something that I personally didn't like.
A little bit of a miss.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting because I loved, and I've praised the guy who's voicing the main leader of Goha 66, to have 66 characters that are obviously, you know, I guess boomers that just hate kids.
Right.
What that tells me is it tells me it's going to be a lot of what they did with Top of Hexagon, where it's going to be a lot of faceless and nameless characters. Characters that are just there to get smoked.
Yep.
Characters that really are not going to have that much of a purpose to the plot. There is no way that we are going to learn more than maybe 3 names and people of the Gohan 66. Think about it. 66 characters. We had 6 characters. 10% of that for Top of Hexagon. How many characters can you name from Top of Hexagon? 1. Mimi.
Yep.
That is it. You cannot name any of the other
Did
5.
they even give the name for 66? Like the lead guy?
I guess
say his name?
properly it's Silhouette Man, but no.
But he never gave his actual name?
No, he never gave his actual name. So, now, that's a very high-profile voice actor. I've said to not fall into the trap of thinking high-profile voice actor, going to be a big role. Remember, Vyra and Vrains was voiced by the woman that voiced Callan from Code Geass, and so a lot of people were like, oh boy,
Yeah, right,
this is, and she duels once, so...
It's a trap.
Yeah, you can't, there's no equation there. There's no correlation at all.
From Admiral Akbar.
But that being said, Gohan 66 being more comedic. I mean, right before they brought in Gohan 66's comedic role into the show, Mr. Gohan really got his, you know, threat back on with what he did to Mimi.
Yeah, definitely.
And so his legitimacy, I think, kind of went up, and then Gohan 66's, you know, you just don't really know where the villains are going to be on this show.
Right.
In terms of, like, seriousness, in terms of legitimate threat. I don't want to just completely discount Goha 66 because of this, especially if they were the ones that potentially brainwashed and zombified those kids. Like, that's very unanswered. We have no idea what's going on with those kids. Why do they turn into zombies after losing a duel in the tournament? That shouldn't happen.
Yeah, that's
not a normal thing. And when they come across all these seemingly bodies in, like, an abandoned playground, like, that was pretty effed up. So if Goha 66 is responsible for that, they can very quickly be the, like, joking characters, but also, like, okay, they do have, like, a mean streak. Kind of like a Mr. Goha.
Yeah.
But what were your thoughts on Goha 66? Were you okay with it, a little disappointed like me, or very disappointed? What were your thoughts?
You want me to jump into it?
Yeah, if you want to jump in.
Yeah, I was definitely disappointed. It's only been 1 episode.
Right.
So I can't judge it, as you just said with Mr. Goha, right? If we judged him completely, and now he seems to be taking a little bit of a darker turn, we'd be missing the boat on that. So I'll wait a little bit, but at the moment, yeah, they seem like a bunch of boomers that are just upset that children are being more innovative than they are.
I guess that's what it is, because we didn't even really get their motive, which is okay. We'll get it.
I guess that's what it is.
But like, we didn't really get a full motivational.
He took a shot at Asana's machine cavalry machines,
I thought
which
was
was
weird.
like, okay, like I think they're pretty cool.
And so are they targeting Goha because Goha is claiming that they created Rush Duels and they believe Goha?
I don't know. We don't have it enough there. I mean, we're talking about they take a shot at the machines, which I think are pretty cool now that they have the parts, right?
Right.
These guys and gals lined up in a line behind the main guy and appeared on sequence when he sent you to do a dance number. I mean, so what are we talking about here?
Right.
I mean, like, come on.
No,
so they need to take a little look in the mirror, a little self-reflection.
Yeah, I agree with that. A lot of boomers do.
So yeah, so because there's so many of them, probably 99% of them will be throwaways. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
Can't give us
I think it's going to be very
in-depth characters.
It's going to be the montage. Imagine a whole several arcs. That's all it is. But I think it's going to be the montage that we've gotten in the last couple episodes, where it's just going to be Rook and the crew and Yuga just wrecking shop.
Yeah,
just beating them left and right.
Montage. I like
their motivations right now are unclear, and I guess that's the most fascinating part. But yeah, the creepiness and my fear of them significantly dropped.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's kind of interesting though, because like when I try to think about it objectively, like yes, like maybe it is just a bunch of like boomers who hate kids, but like what exactly would cause a group of 66 individuals who just hate children to like organize in some kind of power structure? Like why would Goha 66 even just form just like we just hate kids? Like there has to be a motive. It's not just
they're digging in that mountain for a reason. There's something there,
right? There has
and Asana says, like, is it for maximums or is it something else?
Well,
so I think that hints.
The other thing so I will say that even though the threat level I think went down a little bit, they're still very fascinating.
Yes, I agree.
Fascination of them has not decreased. Sure, the threat level maybe a little bit, but they're still very fascinating because of what you just said, and because they're wearing outfits that so closely resemble Goha Corporation.
Yeah, the mask, the suit and tie.
So closely resemble Goha Corporation, and yet, after Nail does his extensive research, which I like that because Neil's a Goha employee, so it makes sense for him to do it, they don't exist in the database. Yeah. None of them exist in the database.
Ro had fun with that, didn't he?
Yeah, Ro, I think he said...
Little Miss Providence.
Yeah, well, I think it was Satsuri-chan, so I think he said
so
Providence, and then I had to change it a little bit, which is... Ro is just amazing, and we're gonna talk about them in that ramen shop scene at the end because what the flip was that? Honestly, this episode was very enjoyable. There's just so much going on right now. But yeah, fascination level still pretty high with Goha 66, but I was a little disappointed of the very very comedic twist that they had. We'll keep it in the cave, and Caliber said it. Tiger Asana. What are your thoughts on that scene? I mean, Tiger's just such a badass. She's just such an antithesis for what we're used to when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh women.
Agreed.
And it's such a treat every time she's on screen.
Yeah, I like that scene. I like that scene a lot. I think it played out a little bit different than I thought it was, because at first, given the little background we got, that one ending shot, I thought they'd be a little more friendly to each other.
Yeah, but there's some rivalry.
It's a definite rivalry. It's not even like a hate thing. There's some friction there about who's kind of the more leading woman there and who's better, right? Yeah. Who's more powerful. But I like that both of them don't back down.
Right. Yes. No.
And they kind of have a moment there where at the end, I think it's the last shot you get of them in the episode, she says, Tiger says Asana's like full name, and then Asana, who just got told not to say Tiger's actual name, says it again.
They say
like a nickname.
Yeah,
like Haruchi
she calls Asana, I think, Asuchi.
Yeah.
And then Asana calls her, "Don't call me that, Haruchi."
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of like a little jab at each other.
So it's a little jab, but there's clearly history there, and I think there's respect there.
Oh, definitely.
I just think in that moment with Asana's crew there, she's like, there's no need for you to be here. And then Tiger's like, well, it's interesting, so I kind of want to be here.
She goes where everything's interesting.
And I'm fascinated of how that's going to play out. But yeah, I like that little moment for what we got.
Yeah, I think they definitely have... Yeah, in my review, I said it was a deep past and friendship. I think that there is some level, if it's not even a friendship, of definite respect in between the two of them. And the reason I feel that is because if anyone that Haru does not respect calls her Haruchi, they're getting killed.
I mean,
That's the
remember,
end.
what I never forget this. We forget this too often on this
Kaizo,
podcast.
right?
Not that. On this podcast and you guys out there, when she was first introduced, she literally wanted to beat the shit out of Yuga. With her fists.
Well, yeah,
let's not look past that moment. Because we look past it way too often.
We do look past it way too often. That's right. She wanted to fight Yugioh fist to fist.
Yeah, she literally threatened physical violence.
And he's like, I'm in a duel. And she's like, oh, okay.
yeah. No, that's
he was nervous.
You're right. Well, and she literally, we were wondering for 40 weeks, how the hell do we get rid of Kaizo? She comes in, knocks him out of the show.
Yeah.
Let's not overlook that.
She did that in episode
Kaizo
2.
is knocked out of the show.
He's gone.
I'll be back.
Of course he'll be back.
But he didn't have time.
This is the longest, not including the nail stuff, that he has been absent of the show, and that is all thanks to Tiger. So anyone else calls her Haruchi, that someone that Tiger does not have respect for, they're getting killed.
Oh, yeah.
So I love that scene. Very fascinating. And you have all of that, and that was really the side, that was like the appetizer, right? That wasn't the main dish of this episode. Gohan Double Six, fascinating. Before I leave on Tiger Asana, do you guys have any theories on these zombie kids? I feel like Gohan Double Six has to be behind it, but maybe not. I don't know, because they hate kids, so it would make sense. I think they orchestrated the tournament. But based on this episode, I'm starting to sway from that. I don't know if they orchestrated this tournament. Because they seem a little foolish now. Like, they don't seem as intelligent as I thought they were last week after the hunt scene.
Still, but their presenter works for Double Six, so, like, how could they not be responsible for it? Like, Sweets Kakako ran the tournament.
That's a good point.
And I love how they tried to be a little sly there at the end. Like, we'll talk about that more, but, like, she's gone, right? And the new alien comes in flush, right? And then just like, oh, yeah, I'm the presenter of the tournament. I'm like, you're not. No, you're not. Like, I know there was someone else.
So
she went into her own backstory.
Like, you feel like crazy for a second. Like, no, this wasn't you.
So it's actually a great transition. We got to talk about these alien girls, or the alien, because they are going to have, I think, a massive role on this overall plot. Mm-hmm. I think they already are having a massive role. I said in my review, I think it's just one person. I think it's just one character playing these personalities. What are your thoughts on it? Any theories on the alien? I mean, do you think they're separate characters? It's crazy to me that every single time one of them either wins a duel or loses a duel, we never see them again. We've never seen more than one of them in the same room. And I'm sorry, they have the same voice. I just think that it's the same character. That we're all just being bamboozled.
I kind of agree in a way. I don't know what to believe exactly, but I think it seems likely because you never see any single one of them at the same place at the same time. As soon as one's gone, another replaces her. And I don't think that's a coincidence. And this one, like, it wasn't even, like, subtle this time, because usually it's like, oh, we get a few episodes, and, like, other one's gone, then another one shows up. Like, almost immediately, maybe, it might have been, like, 20 seconds later, maybe a couple, like, 2 minutes later at the most. Kakako's gone. Flush Umako?
Flush. I'm just going to call it Flush.
It doesn't seem like a coincidence. I think now they're trying to make it a little bit more overt. It's like, yeah, one's gone, the next replaces her.
And here's the aspect that I don't get, because I thought that maybe she's just getting her memory wiped by someone. Mm-hmm. So she doesn't remember these roles, but her saying Chikako's name explicitly goes against that.
Right.
So actually, what I said in my review, I already have to really retract, because she doesn't suffer from short-term memory loss.
Because she knows
She
Chikako.
Mentions Finger Chikako.
And no one did.
No one did, and none of those 6 characters should even know Finger Chikako exists.
Only
Remember,
Sebastian
she dueled Sebastian
Kaizo.
and Kaizo, and as far as we know, Kaizo didn't pass that information along.
No.
In fact, the last word that Kaizo said in this show was finger, when he was being unconscious when Sweets Kakako showed up on the screen.
That's right.
That was the last thing that Kaizo said in the show. So it's not some sort of short-term memory loss. But then, does she just do a really good job of acting at not pretending who Menzaburo is? Or does she only know, like, these characters that she's supposed to play, and all of her other memories get wiped?
That's probably the most likely.
I don't know. It's bizarre. I don't know who's ultimately orchestrating and controlling her, because when she had to go and leave, so it's almost like once she gets too close to humans, she gets like a reminder that, like, okay, I have to leave, or I'm gonna be in trouble, I'm gonna get hurt, or something like that. Right. Because when she's talking to Sorako, having that moment, there was the reminder, oh, I have to return home to my galaxy. Against Sebastian, it didn't really occur, because she beat Sebastian, she won, she just went back underground. But against Nick Yagi, she's getting close with him, And then we get that like
gets on a horse that wasn't
and
there
that brown
before.
thing starts beeping.
Oh yes.
As if like again it's snapping her back to like, oh, I have to leave, otherwise I'm gonna die. Like I don't know.
Time to go back to my the past.
Yeah. Instead of the Ramen galaxy. It's all I mean to me it is all a facade. It's you want to talk about fascinating.
And where did Finger go? Did she go back to the underground?
Finger went back underground, but never really announced it, I don't think, because she beat Sebastian. So she didn't have to escape. She didn't have a romantic moment with Sebastian. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with these aliens, but it's very fascinating to me. I mean, you got any theories, Pete?
I think they're different people.
You think they're different people?
I think they're different people.
I mean, they very well could
and I
be.
say people because they're probably robots, right? In my mind, they've always been like Soltist from Brains, where they're all just kind of, they change the skins on them, but they're all part of the same hub.
Okay.
And I think whoever's controlling it, maybe it is 666. I mean, they've said it is, but is that a red herring? Let's say it is 666. As soon as that moment comes where they could either get turned or brought into the group, that's why she has that little alert thing literally popped up on her head. And she's like, yeah, I got to go back to the past. Because they don't want the villains, right? These kids. So they don't want their creations getting close to them.
Yeah.
And so I think they pull them right out, reprogram them maybe, and that's it.
I see. I can agree. I can definitely. I like that theory a lot. I don't think that it's Gohan 666. I think it is a red herring because that happened to Sirocco in episode 18 before Gohan 666 was even doing anything.
Right.
Before we even knew about Gohan 666. So could it have been way behind the scenes? I guess. But remember, Finger Chicago also aided Goha Corporation, who Gohan 666 apparently hate.
Yep.
So I think that it's someone really bigger. Maybe it could be a potential main villain here. I don't know. The aliens are fascinating.
Fascinating.
Flippin' fascinating. I was going to say effing fascinating.
You're trying to
Fascinating.
avoid, keep it a family-friendly
I
show.
I respect that.
I like that.
Well, I never thought I'd be this intrigued and enticed by what these aliens are, and I really am. Sevens has done a very good job with them. Because when we saw Sirocco, we thought she'd be back, but I did not think she'd be back.
I felt bad for my man
In this
Mezaburo, man.
capacity.
That hurt me.
Yeah.
His GF is gone.
Nick Yagi's going to go through the same thing, I mean, when he sees another alien.
Yeah.
You know where they're going. Going to the ramen shop, getting a little sake, and be pounding them back at the bar.
Drink their
You can't go to that ramen shop anymore, bro. That ramen shop owner is behind everything.
No, I trust.
Well, we can go to the fancy one.
You trust that old
that
man?
Yuga and Roa
Oh, okay.
and Nail are going to get to the bottom of it. We
Okay.
see that one preview shot going into next week. They're interrogating the hell
Yeah,
out of
and then the
We'll be
final
fine.
shot of that preview, the guy's laughing maniacally.
We'll be fine. Hey,
can't really tell
he's
what
still.
he's doing.
It's like my.
No, of course again, he's laughing.
Here's how I view it, right?
Yeah.
We'll do a little real world here, so I'm sorry if I make anyone
see.
uncomfortable. This is my Chick-fil-A, right?
let's hear it, yeah.
I don't agree with Chick-fil-A and what they represent,
Alright.
but they make good chicken.
Yeah.
I'm still going to this ramen shop. I don't care if he's insane.
Alright,
He
well-
makes great ramen.
He does make superb ramen.
Chick-fil-A, as I always say, and I've said this for years, I'll
right.
meet you at Chick-fil-A on Sunday.
Yeah.
I've said that for years.
Yeah, I've said that for years.
You think you're a funny guy?
No, I don't think
would
I'm funny.
argue
I'll
this
see you there on
is
Sunday.
even scaled even more because this ramen shop is like the best there is. I mean, look at Nail. I mean, like he would rather
Yeah.
eat this ramen than Duel.
Or
do
anything
yeah.
Sebastian has ever fed him in his life.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So
Well,
this must be a good ramen shop.
I mean, this is really the last major topic that we have to go very in depth on here tonight on Sevens Up.
Oh wow, jeez.
Because the ramen shop madness, as I'm calling it. So the legend that got Rook in motion, that got Yuga to Otis, was first originated, I assume, in the ramen shop. And
Yes.
then once Roa realizes it and they start asking the old man, we see the old man shaking,
Yeah, he's
which
like
is
back
weird.
turned to everybody.
I don't know if he's shaking because he's like chuckling to himself
I don't
because he
know.
realizes
Maybe
like
he could be making the ramen.
I don't know.
Do you know the motion for making ramen?
It's definitely not vibrating your whole body. I can tell you that
I
much.
don't know. Watch a YouTube video.
I think it was just he
What
was
is-
he was
I
a
think he's
little
laughing.
evil,
I
a
think he
little
was laughing.
maniacal.
I agree. I completely agree.
Wait, he
well,
was
don't talk to me about that. He's saying it's to make ramen.
I'm joking. I'm kidding.
He was
He's
more,
probably
he was
laughing.
more of the mind of it took you idiots this long to figure it
Yeah.
out. And
Yeah.
I think that's how it was.
And think about it.
Yeah.
They were shit talking Otis before the Hunt duel last episode in front of that guy.
And he knows. He
Who
knows.
I guess has
Has
to
a
have some
tie.
connection with Otis.
Yeah.
So who is this guy? What role is he going to play in the story? He's voiced by the main villain of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, which, you know...
Are you serious?
Let those crack theories fly, which is... You know, I'm not going to touch on that here, but...
But again, we can't read too much into that, the voice actor thing.
No.
And again, this preview even could be a red herring. He could literally turn around and say, "Oh yeah, this guy in a mask left that up there."
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Oh, what?
You're absolutely right. But what... I mean, until we know that, we have to assume...
of course, we have to make our theories.
What do you... I have a couple theories. What do you guys make of this scene? Of who this guy is?
It does feel menacing. I'm not gonna
It does.
I felt freaked out.
I got chills when I was watching with Pete. I got chills.
It's like it's like living in a house with somebody you know your whole life, and then like you find out like they've been doing something like weird or like illegal like the whole time. And,
Yeah.
like, they live under the same roof as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's like you find out you're friends with like some kind of like psychopath. Well, we know what that's like, and more than a few people.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yikes.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So. You know, it's like that. You know, it's like I've been eating under this guy's roof for how many hours total, and then we find out that he's a crazy person and could have some tie to this big.
Been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you make of it?
Yeah, it was creepy. It was creepy. That we're gonna get some great details here. I just love that Roa is the one who kind of figured it out, right? Like we have the big brains of Nail. We know what Yugioh brings to the table, and it's Roa who's just effing around, really, right? He's just like he's making fun of Nail, being like, "Oh, it's a giant waste of time. We should have just went with Roman." He's just leaning back in his chair, and the first thing he notices is the autographs on the wall because he's that into himself, self-indulgent. And then he looks down a little bit and he's like, "Wait a second, isn't that the same thing of Otis?" And then you get that flashback to the first episode, which I thought was really cool.
It ties it together.
Just to have
in case
that
you
moment.
forgot.
In case you forgot, 45 episodes previously. Remember this, and that gave me just a little chill. Then you couple that and you go around and you have a dark silhouette of this man just laughing. It's very unnerving.
Absolutely.
Are we gonna end up in the ramen? I don't know.
Oh my God.
Now if he starts dancing next episode like double six, I'm out on the show.
We're gonna play a game that we.
That would be good.
We're gonna play a game that we have played many times, meaning we've only never played it before until now on the show.
We can't play that on stream.
Called Buy or Sell. So this is a game where I'm going to give you guys a theory, and you have to let me know if it was a stock market option, if you would buy it because the theory is going to come true and it'll go through the roof, or if you would sell it, or if you could, absolutely, he's my number one inspiration. I said that to you in Caliber last week. Or you sell it because you think the theory is just going to fall out and there's no legitimacy to it.
Well, don't you buy low, sell high? So if like I felt pretty low on the theory, like I'll buy in now and wait for it to take off.
Yeah, and it'll only take off if it comes true.
True. All right,
absolutely.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
So basically you're buying it if you think it's going to happen or if you think there's legitimacy.
Do you want me to play the sound effects? Buy.
Well, we'll work on that. We'll get that for next time. So buy or sell. Here we go. Hit the music, Pete.
Yeah, I'm hitting the music so we get copyright.
Put it in post.
We'll edit it in post. Okay. First theory: the Ramen Man is Otis. Buy or sell?
Oh, sell.
Sell.
He's directly Otis? No.
Well, you got to talk about it a little bit.
Oh yeah, no. I don't think it's that simple. Like we've had this mystery guy left and right. Yuga questioning his motives, Roa questioning his motives, him leaving all these really weird notes, not notes, but like delivering all these like strange lines to Yuga about the truth of this and the truth of that. Literally, he's able to walk out of his prison cell, and then it's just gonna all culminate in the Ramen Man the whole time. I don't know. It just feels anticlimactic to me. I don't buy it.
You're selling.
I'm selling.
I'm selling. Total sell. Everything Nick T said. There's just, the world would feel a little closed if you just made it that simple. Yep. And I don't want that to happen on Sevens. So I agree. I'm gonna say sell.
The Ramen guy will end up being the final villain of the show.
Sell.
All right. I mean, come on, man.
Listen, these theories are going to be a little crazy. I'm repeating theories that people have said to me over the last few days.
Do I think it's funny? I would actually think if it ended up being true, I would laugh my ass off. I would actually not hate it because I think it would just be the comedic cherry on the cake.
It'd be something.
But I don't know.
And you're selling too.
You really want me to dignify?
Nope, you don't have to. The next one, buy or sell. The Ramen Man is a former Gohan employee in cahoots with Otis directly.
Buy.
Hold.
What do you buy?
I just think maybe there's it's a little too specific to like maybe be 100%, but I think it's plausible. I think, you know, the message was there. I think he could be in cahoots with Otis. Does it necessarily mean he's a former Gohan employee? No, but I like to think because of that message, he could be in cahoots with Otis. I want to buy in. I want to see what's going on.
I'm saying hold.
Okay.
I'm taking the middle option here. I think it is entirely possible. However, I could see it not going that way, and I don't have enough information to assume that these two connect.
Okay.
I mean, Otis could have literally just walked in, put that on the wall. He could have just been another customer that wasn't in uniform.
Absolutely.
And then this guy found about it later or something. So there doesn't have to be a direct connection to Gohan.
Fourth one. The Ramen Man is Darkness, the final villain from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Buy or sell?
I don't know who that is, so I'm going to buy in.
That's you getting into Dogecoin about 3 months ago.
That's me getting into Dogecoin now. I mean, like, let's buy in at 50 cents.
So you can't really speak. Do you buy or sell?
I don't know that character. Thanks for another spoiler.
I specifically knew you wouldn't know it. No, it's not a big spoiler.
Yeah, I'm going to go sell.
Okay.
That's you, right? There's no way that's out there in the internet as a theory, right? That's you.
You made that up.
That answers my question. Thank you.
Fifth one. The final one. The Ramen Man is in alliance with Gohan 66.
Sell.
Okay.
Hey.
There we go, dude.
Why?
I just don't, based on what the information we have presented in front of us, I don't think they are really that involved with the goings-on of Otis, but clearly the Ramen guy is to some extent because of that note. Whether it's a customer or otherwise, I just don't think there's enough to there's more to connect Otis to Ramen Man than there is connecting Ramen guy to 66.
Yeah, completely agree with that. I just don't think 66 is going to be too much of a threat anymore. And this seems to be the next storyline that might go into the next arc that we're going to be doing. So they're not going to just attach it to a failing enterprise that I think 66 is.
Okay. And then the final one, which is something you guys have hinted at.
Adding the final.
No, this was always the final one.
It's not even written on that paper. The shopping list.
Buy or sell, final one. The Ramen guy actually has no idea what that legacy is, and someone did leave it in his shop.
Ooh.
Sell. He knows. He knows based on his interaction there and his maniacal laugh. He knows more than he's letting on. So I'm selling that and saying I'm buying that he knows more than he's letting on.
This is tough. I have to act.
It's not an easy game. Buy or sell. It's the stock market.
I know. I don't want to lose money, but I kind of. This is what I suggested before. This is my initial thought personally. I'm gonna buy.
So you believe that you're buying into the fact that he really doesn't know much about this?
I like to think. I mean, this show has thrown red herrings at us before.
Of course.
I mean, the preview with the jail cell, like, oh, why are all our pro tags in prison? They weren't. And I want to say it's happened more than once. I just think he's just, chuckling about, I don't know, he's an old guy. He could be senile for all we know. Turn around and say, oh, some guy left that a couple weeks ago.
Fair.
I don't think it's that impossible.
No, I agree with that. I like to think that Studio Bridge is out there, maybe watches every now and again. And when they had the podcast for the prison thing, when we talked about, man, how are they going to be in prison, blah, blah, they're just laughing like, these idiots. Like, these idiots. It's literally a field spell, and they're making a big to-do about nothing. I like to think that's that.
I like to think that, too. And ladies and gentlemen, that was Buy or Sell.
I like that. That
Buy,
was fun.
sell, hold.
You got to do the sound effects. Buy.
Buy.
Can I record
Sell.
you doing those sound effects, and then the next time we play that game, I can.
I'm pretty sure now. Yes,
he's
too big of a channel, so he's.
Oh,
never
he
gonna
won't.
Find
Yeah,
us.
he won't.
But that definitely is a copyright issue. There.
But I honestly think that if he ever came across it, I think he'd be honored. I think he would be.
He would be honored.
Yeah, I think he's.
Are we Trey Lance?
No,
I don't think he's gonna be.
He's not. We're not Sam Darnold either. But at heart, he's an entrepreneur. At the end of the day, he's.
Well,
he's
the
a
whole connection with Trey Lance, right?
No, I don't.
Oh, he went on a date with his daughter. That's a true story. That's why if you ever notice when he talks about him a lot and goes, yeah, I met him a few times. He's been at my house. That's because if you look on Instagram, he slid into her DMs. So.
Holy shit.
That connection there.
Well, anyway, that was Buy or Sell. We are going to try to add some more fun games like that to make these discussions a
maybe
little more fun.
in
And
time we could put some graphics.
I hope the chat was playing along too.
Yeah, they were.
They
Good, I'm
were.
happy.
They
Thanks
bought
for
in.
playing.
They bought in, or maybe they sold. Maybe they sold. Did anyone buy the GX?
I think someone might have said it as a joke, but then someone said, "Wait, it was a Nick T. No, stop. OMFG, Nick T. Stop."
It was like you guys were like, no one said that. You made that up. Next theory.
There's nothing on that paper.
The shopping list on there.
All right, well, that was buy or sell. And that was pretty much all of our, the things that we wanted to touch on in regards to this episode. I think we focused pretty in depth.
Yes.
I think we can maybe go to some donations.
Some of the link.
Yeah, we're going to always prioritize link donations going forward. So to everyone that is here, once again, thank you. There's still a lot of discussion left to be had.
Oh, yeah.
I love all of you guys.
We're gonna be here all night at this rate.
Don't say that.
No, we're on page 5 already, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah,
we
Jesus,
out here.
guys. You guys are amazing. Big thank you to Limestone with the $11 donation. Thank you, Limestone. Who do you guys think, this is a good one, who do you guys think Umiko will battle against? Tunagai or Sushiko? Also, it would be sad if they were all the same person, because it would mean Nick Yagi and Menzaburo are both in love with the same girl. Limestone, thank you so much. It would be sad.
It would create like an interesting love triangle.
But I feel like it would also be weird if all these characters were in the same space together. It'd be hard keeping track of who's who. Same voice actor,
Oh,
they all
no,
sound
yeah.
the
Oh,
same.
yeah.
So I feel like it's a conundrum no matter what.
It is.
I could see that could be, Sevens is very good at not forgetting characters.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird that we have not seen that fish guy since.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not even in the tournament. It's kind of weird that he's just vanished.
He had the one episode where he got from point A to point B, and then that was it. Yeah.
Him versus Flush would make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, I think you make a good point. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 is a really good, like, I guess the word to use is like economy of materials, and like when they introduce something, it's usually not a one and done.
No.
Like that usually comes back in some way, and because they like to reuse their materials, and I think he's bound to come back.
I'm going to have a bold prediction. I think Flush is going to duel Kaizo. I think it'll be Kaizo's first duel. Yeah,
And you mean the fish guy from like episode 15?
Yeah,
freaky fish
yeah,
guy,
yeah, the freaky fish.
God damn it.
I think Kaizo. I think Ramen Club Sebastian, Ramen Club Kaizo. Just kind of a bold little pattern there. Bold prediction.
I like that.
Little
I like
pattern. Pete, do you agree? Sushiko maybe?
I think Sushiko is a logical choice.
Yeah.
I just think it makes sense. Food group style, you could have a fish kind of aqua theme there. She's dealing with sushi, which are fish products. And she's the only one out of that group right now that doesn't have a connection to an alien. So
True.
To me, it makes the most sense. And I
that's a
like
good
her
one.
character. I think they should really utilize
I
her.
agree. I know. I wish her rivalry with Roman was a little more expanded on, because I really like
got
their
time.
first duel. We got plenty of time, but I hope we get to see it. Limestone, thank you. That's a big donation too. Thank you. Mega Karibo, thank you for the Satan donation. $6.66. Thank you, Mega. Asana and Tiger's friendship gives me life. The type of friends who just talk shit to each other all the time, but they have respect for each other. Yagi and Menzaburo's friendship was wholesome too. Even Luke and Roman eating sweets was fun. Yeah, it was a
good time.
fun episode in that regard. We didn't really talk about Luke and Roman. I didn't talk about them in my review. I really didn't have anything to say about them.
Just the animation in the background of the direction while the duel is happening. If you look at the background, you can see them chomping away.
Oh yeah.
So I thought that was a little detail that was nice.
There was some bonding there for that.
Thank God Gakuto was around. The only adult in the room. I mean, really.
I mean, that seems to be the pattern. He really is.
He's the Nick T in that situation.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll take it a step
No.
further. He's the Caliber. Caliber's pretty boring. So he's the Calibro in that situation.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can see that. Well, also Gakuto was with the only lady there. That wasn't Roman.
There you go.
So comforting.
He's got to stand by us. Yeah, of course.
Absolutely.
He's at the end of the day, he's not only an adult, he's a gentleman.
Absolutely. Silver Nova 78. Thank you for the follow on Twitch.
I think that was all.
I think that was it for the link. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you guys.
So now I will scroll all the way to the top.
We'll
here.
take a few, and then
You guys are great.
we have 47. So I do want to adjust the pick'em while Pete gets the next list of donations ready. We are not accepting picks for the pick'em this week. It is unclear once again who is dueling,
Right.
and so rather than saying Team Rook or Team Geta, we're just not doing it because a matchup between Geta and Roman, someone might pick way differently than the leader of Geta's crew versus Gakuto or versus Rook.
Yeah.
It's just not like when Yugioh was dueling Silhouette Man, it ended up being Otis. We counted that because we knew for sure one person that was dueling.
Right.
When Rook dueled the astronaut, we weren't even sure that Rook was dueling in that episode.
Yep.
We have nothing from the preview, nothing from the summary for 47 in the cast list indicating who is dueling, so we are not taking picks on the pick'em for 47. Did
Fair.
want to address that. But we are going to talk about 47 and the preview after a few donations.
We're going to jump into some donos.
Perfect.
We're going to start off with Blake, who donated $5 and said,
you,
a
Blake.
rumor is going around saying Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duels is coming this summer. What do you think about that?
Yeah, so I checked up with a couple sources. I've heard the same. I've heard the same that is a pretty common rumor right now that Rush Duels are coming in the summer to the TCG, or an announcement is coming in the summer. I think those rumors are pretty valid. I can't really say too much more than that, but I think those rumors are pretty valid.
You got your sources.
I do have some sources saying that. Yeah, there's
a couple of your scouts out there.
A couple of the scouts, if you will. Yeah.
I mean, just means his Konami overlords.
I don't work for Konami.
His handlers.
Yeah.
You can definitely say that.
I don't work for Konami. Thank you, Blake, for the donation. But yeah, it's true.
He came back and donated another 10 and said, all right, you ready, Dill? This is for you.
Okay.
So, Dylan, your waifu is Akiza.
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So, Yami's is Mana's.
Yeah,
Link Vrains has Playmaker.
Okay.
Apprentice Illusion Magician is his.
Okay. So that's 4.
So now put all those first letters together and it spells Dylan.
DYLA. Yeah. DYLA.
So you can see it there.
Yeah. Blake. And then I because that came
He
in
then
before.
followed with another $2 and said, worked all day to come up with that. And then added another $5 and said, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Does run for 4 years, do you think it will have 5 seasons, maybe a short 5th season?
Yeah, so Blake, thank you so much for all those donations, man. So I think Blake's referring to the video I uploaded on Monday where I talked about when will Sevens end. I gave my prediction that I think it's going to be a little longer than 3 years because I think they're seriously trying to establish the game. Duel Monsters and GX were both longer than 3 years. I don't know if it would be 5 seasons because the seasons are weird. Some people consider this to be season 4. I don't. I consider it to be the 4th arc. To me, the season will end when like the opening ends. But what if it's only one opening the whole way through? I don't know. So I don't know if it'll be 5 seasons, but I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens, if I had to give you an episode count, I think it's going to be close to like 180 episodes. I really do.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah, I really
Some
do.
GX style stuff.
That's a pretty bold out there prediction, but that's my prediction right now. Could always be wrong, but I'm thinking it's going to be a 4-year show.
You've never stood us wrong before.
Now we need a montage of all the time.
I actually couldn't think of a way either way.
Yeah, well, I'm sure I have. So
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you for that.
So Blake, thank you for kicking us off there with
Thank
4
you,
straight
Blake.
donations.
Thank you, my man.
Nick Schoner donated $5 and said, let's start this show off with a hashtag all hail Nick Yagi. But jokes aside, it was a great episode, especially with how it ended.
Nick Yagi emote will be available to YouTube channel members and probably to Twitch subscribers by the end of the month. That is currently being worked on.
I like to hear.
It will be a laughing emote because I don't really have a laughing emote, so it'll be him with the cowboy hat with his hand on the hat
actually
laughing.
so funny.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
It's gonna be great. The only problem is people who have never are gonna be like, "Who is it? Who is this?"
That's true.
Yeah.
Like it looks like a guy.
You're also gonna get trolled with it. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna show up in
Like
the chat.
anytime you fail.
Anytime I fail, that
spam.
Nick Yagi emote. Oh no, I know. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be miserable.
You did this to yourself.
I know. Well, I lost the bet. I'm a good sport.
You're
about
0
it.
for 2, and that's okay.
0 for 2.
The bet that he
Oh,
would
yeah.
show up, bet that he wouldn't.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah, why don't you keep making bets on Nick Yagi? It's done you well so far.
Nick, thank you for the donation. I hope you're enjoying the stream.
Oh man, Kaio's here. Kaio donated 5 real. Yeah.
That timing is so
And
good.
he said, we started with the quote, he will not appear again. Then quote, he will never speak. Then quote, he will never duel. And quote, he will not win. We prevail a great ordeal, men of culture.
I have nothing to say.
You're right. That's what I. Have
You're
to say.
100% right, and we appreciate your donation. Dylan, you know, he said he lost, man. And he said a lot of wrong things on this channel. He steered the community wrong over the years. But Nick Yagi was where he was most wrong. The Yogster
Yu-Gi-Oh!
prevails.
Everything. 5 years of lies.
What happened to Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything?
I'm already working on the what happened to special. It's gonna be like 2 hours long.
Yeah. It's going to be great. I can't wait. It all started with a little niche anime called Yu-Gi-Oh! Sen. And a moment that you would think was unimportant, but it was the downfall of a legend.
And like then it goes back in White House.
It zooms in.
Kaio, thank you, Kaio.
Oh man, thank you very much. Blake came back donated another $2 and said, "Ever heard of Angel Beats? It looks pretty cool."
Yeah, I've heard of
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's like isn't like a
It's like a rhythm game, isn't it?
No, I think it's a show.
Oh,
it's
it is a
13
show.
episodes. I think it's
Like a
a
Beat Saber.
it seems like is it an idol anime? I think it's an idol anime.
I think I've heard
Maybe it is.
a song from Angel Beats.
Oh, it's literally like a singing competition. Like
Yeah, I think they're like
that's
yeah,
cool.
pop
Man, there's an
idols.
anime for every style, man.
Oh,
There
dude.
really is.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe when there was a basketball anime.
Basketball,
I was like,
soccer.
this is
Curry no basket. Prince of Tennis, bro.
Prince of Tennis.
You should
There's-
start watching
they're-
that.
wait, they're- the guy Youth K who does the theme song for Sevens also does a theme song for a bicycle anime.
I've seen that
bike
before.
racing,
Yeah.
like Tour de France.
What is Japan, man? They're just doing it better than us.
And there's literally one for the game Go, like the board game, like the Japanese board game.
Really?
Yeah, it's an old one from like the early or mid 2000s called I think Hakuro no Go or something.
Yeah.
And they're just literally playing.
Don't forget Kirby right back at you.
That's no, we're not. No, we're moving on. That's a great show.
Yeah, I wasn't making fun of it.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's how. Yeah.
Nixie got very. I've never seen Nixie
I'm
so
very
upset.
defensive.
Sweat a little bit.
Very
Because
defensive.
he knows people that worked on the show.
That's right. That's right.
Kyle donated another 5 real and said, if the aliens are the same girl, are food bros gonna fight someday? Oh boy, am I more excited for Mezaburo versus Nick Yagi than Yuga versus Luke?
Who said that?
Kyle.
Kyle, yeah, of course.
The meme kid.
I can't even address that.
I mean, you got
Honestly though, that's actually does add like kind of a fun little plot point. If they all do tend to happen to be the same person at the end of the day.
I agree. Yagi
That would
versus
be cool,
Menzaburo
like,
could
yeah.
actually be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I fully agree with that.
I want it dark. I want it. It's a duel for whoever's alive, and that the winner gets Sweets Kakako, whoever it is,
Or they just
Soraka.
transforms to whomever.
Yeah. I think them being the same character could lead to a lot of inner fighting, maybe.
I know.
Which would be interesting.
What if we didn't get a duel deal? Let me get your opinion on this. What if we got like a like a no limit WWE style brawl? I mean, they're going up the stage.
TLC
They're in the
match.
parking lot. I mean, what if we did that?
I'd be interested. It'd be very non-Yu-Gi-Oh. It'd be
Would you be
interesting.
down though?
I'd be down for anything. I'm down for anything.
Is there a professional wrestling anime?
I'm sure there's a wrestling.
There
anime.
has to be.
Yeah.
There's no way there isn't.
Sure there is.
I would watch that, by the way.
I would 100% watch that. But thank you. Janeth Ernest donated 5 Canadian
Thank you, Kyle, and thank you, Janeth.
and said, I found this video online. Please watch it, but don't show it on stream. I'll email you the link using the email on your about part of your channel.
Yeah, absolutely. Send it to that email, Janeth. Thank you so much for the donation.
Patrick Karanji donated $5.
Thank you, Pat.
And he said, hey everyone, are you playing the Zexal Duel Links event because you can unlock the Zexal Morph skill?
Yeah, so I have taken a bit of a hiatus from Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. So I have not played Duel Links since
Nam.
I think I played once in April for that box opening stream, and that was it. I'd need to get back into it. I'm probably gonna take a break for maybe the next like couple of weeks, and then I'll get back into it maybe like end of May or sometime around then. I also came back for the 4 roaming event for the one day. Other than that, though, I just haven't played it, so I've lost my passion for it a little bit. But that happens. Like Pokemon Go, same thing. I'll get back into it eventually.
Yeah, Pokemon Go is right. You completely just fallen
Yeah, I
off.
haven't played in like 5 months.
There's a new Pokemon out right now in Gen 5. When I think Gen 5? Yeah, the first legendary.
Oh, really?
It's the one with the X something. I'll show you. I caught it today. It's really cool.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll get back into Duel Links, but right now, Pat, taking a little bit of a break. But thank you for the donation, Pat. I appreciate it, my man.
I mean, you're taking a break from that. It's not like you're not doing 100,000 other things. So.
That's true.
You're doing nothing.
You know what I'm going to be doing again on Twitch?
What are you doing?
Super Mario 64 Kaizo.
You're a madman.
He's a psycho.
I mean, you did beat it once.
I did beat it once, and that was with a busted controller. I think with a good controller, I can get through it in like 3 hours.
I think you could do it. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to stream, and I'm not allowed to end the stream until I get 70 stars.
It's gonna punish you, for the record.
Oh, yeah. And every time I get a game over, I have to take a shot.
Now that would be hilarious. I would come here live. Just
I think
to
I
watch
would die.
No, I think you could.
No.
Really?
Because after a while, I remember having like 40 game overs.
40?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you died.
It took me like 4 weeks to actually
You-
beat that mod.
Oh, you'd be dead long
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, you're dead.
You know.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
It'd be worth it. For the content, bro.
I had a good life.
T Pink Staff donated $5.
Thank you, Pink Staff.
And
Thank
said,
you,
the
T.
ramen guy, is it seriously the ramen guy? I almost died laughing.
Oh, is that his name? Oh, you mean is
no,
it
like it repeated it over. The ramen guy, like the ramen guy.
the ramen guy of all people. No, I know. And like,
To be determined.
Wow,
We'll see.
the episode 47 cast list just dropped.
How about that?
DMC just tweeted this. This is live breaking news. I forgot we didn't have the 47 cast list. So that'll stop. We'll transition.
Okay.
This might tell us who's dueling. This might open up the pick'em. It does not. It does not. We have a lot of people speaking. So the cast list just dropped for episode 47. This is live. For those of you that do not want spoilers, now's your chance to get off the video. And Pink Staff, thank you so much for the donation. Episode 47, Shine's Counterattack, which is a reference to, I believe, a 1988 Gundam movie, Shine's Counterattack. Luke and company head to Maximum Mountain to look for Gohan 66. Suddenly, they hear the sound of a drum and a bass instrument. They run into Geta and Ushido, who now have a new leader. Their leader is a tall, handsome, mysterious man wearing a nice suit. ... The cast list: Yuga, Rook, Gakuto, Roman, Roa, Nail, Asana, Tiger, Galliant, Schwer, Caterpillar, Dovrap, Goha 66, Kaizo. Kaizo is back. Breaking news.
Back, baby.
Kaizo is back. I'm back, baby. Kaizo is back. Geta, Ushido, Menzaburo, Sushiko, Nick Yagi, Ronze, so Ronze is back, restaurant owner, obviously the ramen shop guy, and extras. Very fascinating. Their new leader is a tall, handsome, mysterious man wearing a nice suit.
I mean, there's only...
It has to be Gohan 66 because there's no one on the cast list that fits that.
Yep.
So it has to be. So Gohan 66 is
They're
the new
controlling
leader.
everything these days.
I guess so.
that's going to be interesting.
What do you make of the summary and the cast? Just breaking here.
I'm excited Kaizo's back, which I
Yep.
never thought I'd say. But it's been a long time, so I kind of want to see where he's at after you guys fixed him and tweaked him a little bit. He's probably still going to be, Kaizo, annoying as ever.
Yeah.
But he still gets the job done.
He gets the job done.
So, and I want to kind of see how Roa eventually reacts to Geta and Ushiro. Hey, they committed and they left him.
Yeah.
So how is he going to react and handle that?
Yeah.
What's been going on here with Roa, Geta, and Ushido. I think... I mean, I love Roa, but he's jerked around those guys a lot. They deserve better, and I think we're really going to get to flesh out what's going on. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah,
Some
I agree.
comeuppance.
Yeah, absolutely. So it will be really interesting to see what happens with. I don't even think Roa will be there though. So I think I think the one character that's going to be fascinating in this upcoming episode is going to be Roman. I think Roman has the best chance of actually reaching Geta and Ushido because Roman. Yeah, is that just yours?
No, I'm fine.
It did it for a second.
Yeah, I was also going to say, wait, Roa's not in the cast list, is he?
He is.
Oh, he
but
is.
I think he's going to be at the ramen shop. He's not in the area.
Oh, true.
So I think Roman is going to have a massive role to play to try and get through to Geta and Ushido here.
True.
And that'll be fascinating. Because she knows them better than anyone else there.
Right, of course.
She knows them better than Rook. I mean, maybe Rook and Ushido have a little bit of a connection.
I think she could reach out to them better than Roa even could. I think she understands the play.
I think she's got more emotional intelligence.
Exactly.
I agree. I mean, if you had to predict who's dueling, who do you think's dueling? I have a prediction.
Roman? No. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick Roman and Geta.
Okay. I think Rook and Geta will end up dueling.
Okay.
Rook and Geta?
Yeah. That's
Why
what I think.
Rook?
I think that Rook is the team leader. I think he's going to step up. He's already dueled Ushido, and Geta is going to want to challenge ultimately the strongest character on the team to prove his skill or abilities.
I take it as Roman is going to duel him because she knows how much Roa messed up.
Right.
She's already expressed that. I think she cares about her fellow bandmates, and she's going to try to kind of reach them in a duel of like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like Roa's he's a dick, but like you can't be working for these guys if they are working for 66.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, that's true. We are again not taking picks on the pick'em. The pick'em is updated though. You can click the standings down below, and the person that is in first place is Pete. Not just among us, first place in the entire tournament.
Oh, my man.
Good job. 35-4. There's a user, James Try, 35-3. He's right below you.
Coming for you.
Yeah, well, no, you're ahead of him because of the tie break. Then we have four people at 34. Me, Nick T, and Cal are all at 31. We're tied for 14th. So it's been good.
You remember way back at the end of, I think it was episode 24, I want to say, when Nail and Yuga had that final duel, 23-24. and Asana was first introduced.
Yeah.
And you said that we're going to utterly crush Rush rules. That's what I'm trying to do to my competitors in the pick.
Wow, that is
So even Blue made it.
terrifying.
I don't even want them close to me.
Even Blue made it.
Taylor, if you're looking right now, you're done.
Even Elena G. Elena's a nice girl.
She's a great girl. Done. I'm coming.
I respect it. He's ruthless.
This is my time.
He doesn't let friendship get
I'm
in the
redeeming
way.
myself after
Pete-
brains. This is my time.
Pete is 4 points ahead of all of us on the team, so I mean, I think you probably have us beaten there, but
It's a long way. If there's 180 episodes, we got a long way.
that's
to go.
true. And the thing with Sevens as well is all of these duels are mostly one episode duels. So even if there's only 40 more episodes, that's 40 more duels. We're not even 50% through most likely. But yeah, we'll see who's dueling next. We're not taking anything on the pick'em because we just simply don't know who's dueling. We don't know who's dueling. We can't take anything on the pick'em. So we'll see. I will be doing a live watch along again just to confirm that. I've been very hyped about this arc. That will be Saturday, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll go live with the pre-show, and then we'll have the watch along at 6:30. Hope to see you guys there. We can go back to some donations.
Could we though? Yes, we can. Somebody said a comment about what if Ronze is going to duel here again, and then I'm just thinking about how much she's your girl after this.
Yeah, I opened Dynamic Eternal Live. It's on the channel if you go to Unlisted Playlist to see pack openings. And almost all of my ultra rares. You get 2 ultra rares in every box. 3 of them were Ronze's aces. You know, just
That's
I have a
crazy.
full play set. Yeah, disgusting.
Man, you were a big fan going in, so I'm glad that ended up happening.
Roman also does have her new ace, Canry D, which she has not used
Yeah,
yet.
you got that.
Good chance.
And you got Candy.
I did get that. There's a good chance that maybe Roman does duel and uses that ace. Doesn't guarantee a win. Fold a Blitz was used against Sushiko,
Right.
and that was it.
Right.
She lost. So those aces don't guarantee a win, though. And we're not picking anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Any more donations?
Yes, there's a lot more. Patrick G came back and donated $5 and said, and I got my second dose yesterday, and I felt like crap today, but now I'm better.
Okay, good.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I was clapping and then but I'm happy you're feeling
So
it.
he went through all the motions.
Congrats on the second dose, my man. Calibro is not with us because he got his second dose today. I know Entame was another one that got their second dose today.
Yeah.
So, yeah, a lot of people getting vaxxed, which is great. So hopefully you're feeling better now, and the worst of it's past too. So
True. Electric Kevin's here. Donated $5 Australian.
Thank you, Kev.
And said, I'm still thinking no on the whole new opening after this arc and the rest of Seven, song-wise anyways. Visuals may change. Anyone else thinking the same?
I'm not. I think the opening will eventually change. I think the visuals though have changed significantly enough
They
to
change
keep
every
it
week.
to
Yeah,
keep it
pretty
fresh. So I've liked that. So that's why no one's really complaining about the opening not changing because the opening has not been stale at all.
No.
Um,
It also
Dude,
just slaps.
I
honestly.
am scarred from Brains, okay? With
Yeah.
like, go forward.
right.
Like, I'm scarred, alright?
we're still showing Blue Owie in like her old
Oh
outfit.
my god, dude. A
They
nightmare.
didn't show Lightning. I can never get over that. I will never
Lightning was
forgive them.
never in any opening. He was
That's
never in any
insane.
opening.
That's
Stop
insane.
it.
Yeah, that one shot of
He's the whole crux of the show.
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Go.
And like I
forward.
liked that song, but like there's something about what's the name of the song?
Go forward.
No, the
Calling?
Sevens one.
No.
Yeah. Yes. I think there's something about it that just keeps it fresh. Like it doesn't get old for me.
No.
It
So, like,
hypes me up.
It hypes
enough.
me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, it feels like I'm listening to a real song.
It's a funner song than Go Forward.
It
It
is,
is.
yeah.
Go Forward is my least favorite of the three.
I
And then
agree.
we get Calling, which is great. Calling lasts 17 episodes.
That really was
Yeah.
good.
Couldn't
And
you have
those
given us?
visuals were
Couldn't
good,
you have
too.
given us
Yeah,
Calling like I don't know 30 episodes prior?
Oh man, now I'm
Yeah.
just playing it in my
Dun,
head. See what you've done to me?
dun, dun,
Watching
dun,
anime
dun,
and-
dun. That sucks.
What are
dude.
you
I'm
doing,
so
dude?
sorry, dude. I mean that. Electric Kevin,
I mean-
thank you for the super chat, man.
Yeah, hopefully soon.
Because I meant dun,
That's all I
dun,
like.
dun, dun.
Nicholas Horton donated £5
Thank you, Nick.
and said I wasn't expecting Nick Yagi to win, and I'm still convinced that Sweets, Kakako, and the other girls are one and the same.
Nick, I agree with you.
Yep.
Pete does not. Nick T's kind of on the fence. I think it's fair. I mean, I think it's a fair theory, and I'm excited to see these girls again. I never really felt that way about these.
Girls.
Yeah.
Right.
They could be aliens, could be robots.
I'm excited to see this set of characters again, and I never really felt that way until after the Stool with Sweets
Right.
Kakako. So I'm excited.
Because it shows there's some underlying things going on.
Yeah, and I want to know more.
I want to know more.
Thank you, Nick.
Hold on, I'm just answering that.
Good on you, man.
Ice Aiden donated $2 and said, "What do you think of the Asana and Tiger interaction?"
Yeah, we touched on
Touched on
that.
it a little bit.
But it was great. I don't think any of us disliked it.
No, it was
And
great.
it was, I love the nickname scene was great. And even Asana just telling Tiger to just get out of here, and she just wasn't backing down. It really is almost like a turf war, like a power struggle between those two.
Yeah,
It's
like two older sisters kind of thing.
Fascinating dynamic. I really do love it.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry.
No, I just also love how there's these three dudes. One that looks like, again, he's 40, that literally just do whatever they're told. It's fun. It really is, and it's unique for Yu-Gi-Oh, which I love.
I also like when Tiger comes in, and we just have this double 16, which was undercut 30 seconds earlier, and she intimidated them.
Yeah.
She's blowing the bassoon. She's not. The wind's hitting them, and they look nervous. And I'm like, everyone is nervous when she comes on because you don't know what she's gonna do.
Dude, she's a fireball.
She's a great duelist. She's got that fire personality, and then on top of that, she's a trained martial artist. I mean, she's a triple threat.
If I was a multi-millionaire,
Okay.
I would try and fund a 12-episode anime just focused on Tiger's life after the events of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens.
I would have.
Dude,
I'd 100% fund that.
Chef kiss. I would love.
I mean, she is a
why
character
only
that
12 episodes?
Well, I don't know if you could really drag it out.
Yeah.
Like you're undercutting our character, our girl.
Why is that good for me?
Yeah, right. That's what it,
Same kind of energy.
yeah, same energy. Thank you so much, Ice.
That would be great. Honestly, I'll just say this: if Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 ends up happening and it's in the same universe, you want to do a legacy character, just bring Tiger over.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Just bring Tiger to the
Beat
universe.
up some people.
She seems to be a likely legacy, just because of just how
She's involved everywhere.
strong
She's everywhere.
force. She's everywhere.
Yeah.
Dude, it'd be so good. She comes in, she's got a dark silhouette. She gets introduced in Yu-Gi-Oh! 8 in one episode, and you're like, new fans are like, who's that? And we're like, you know who that is.
Oh boy,
You know that
we know who that is.
Oh man, Nicholas Horton donated another £5, also on the same theme, and said, I also think that the Tiger Asana interaction was interesting, and I want more of their backstory. They seemed quite close if we were going by that end credit scene.
Absolutely, Nick. 100% agree.
Yes, agreed.
Thank you.
Goose is here.
Goose.
He donated $5 and said,
Goose.
you did it last week.
You got this, bro.
He's freezing up. He's frozen.
Hold on.
He's frozen.
You got it.
He's choking. He's choking.
Keep things PG.
Oh my
Get off the
God,
screen.
bro.
Sending positive vibes and kindness to everyone. Keep things PG. Positively, Goose. You did it finally last week and went right back down the tubes. We flushed you.
My memory, I got flushed, dude. My memory is horrible. Goose, I love you, man. Thank you. Keep things PG. Positively, Goose. Love you, man.
Goose, you should be lucky that he remembers who you even are.
Okay.
That's what you should be lucky about.
Very good with names.
Alan Wilkinson donated £2
Thank you,
and
Alan.
said, wonder if President Mimi can get double 6 Goha drones.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I
Well,
mean,
just
I think it
recoup
depends.
those drones
Yeah.
for her own uses.
she probably can because I feel like they can do anything they want.
They
Yeah.
literally can.
I mean,
Well,
I
they
hope
got
we
money.
see the clash between Gohan and Goha double 6. I really do.
It's got to happen because I think it was Asana that said 66 why, and then said like Gohan, so they're already dropping the seeds there for that connection of why are you doing your likeness so much off of this company? There's got to be more there.
Absolutely.
Drago77 Blue donated $10.
Thank you,
And
Drago.
said felt
Thank
there
you.
was a missed opportunity to have Roman watch the duel and have her and Sushiko exchange dialogue of them teasing and roasting each other in kind of a friendly rivalry kind of way.
I agree. I actually didn't really think about it from that perspective, but I do agree. I would have liked to see. Didn't even need to be during the duel. It could have been when they first got there and they were walking to the fortress. I would have liked to see some teasing between the two, or some trash talking or whatever, or even a friendship even starting to develop. Kind of like we got with Masami and Yuzu in the early stages of Arc 5, which I praise that rivalry quite a bit. It's one of my favorite girl rivalries that we've ever had in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I still think that can happen in this episode because they're still going to be together as a group. But I hope that it does happen because I think that it's something that you can continue to expand on and tease the viewers and hype up that rematch where, assumingly, Roman would get her revenge and ultimately overcome Sushiko.
Sushiko's just going to meet up with Roman and go, you really think you're a good duelist? I don't. That's all.
Drago, thank you for the big donation, man. Thank you, Drago.
Oh, man. Jack Knight is here. Jack Knight 21 donated $5 and said, "Hey,
Thank you,
Dylan,
Jack.
Nick T, and Pete, how's your Wednesday?" Also, Pete, have you seen the new first episode of The Bad Batch? All I can say, it's very good.
Jack, thank you.
No, I have not. I have not even watched Clone Wars Season 7 yet. I'm very behind on that. Yeah, can I actually get a water?
Yeah.
So I plan on watching that. That will actually be reacted to on Clueless Gamers. All, I believe, 12 or 13 episodes. That should be starting maybe next month-ish. I'm kind of in the process of redoing my room right now. So when that's all set up, that will be coming to you. And then maybe after that, I'll think about The Bad Batch. But thank you for the question. I appreciate it.
What is this?
Sliding it in.
What is this?
Rat. It's out of
not
focus.
It's
a
not
little bit.
focusing on it.
All right.
You probably messed up the entire focus too. Let's see. No, it's fine.
That's actually it. There's a guy
You're
right
good.
here.
Don't worry. You're good, bro. We're good. I see it live, bro.
Blake donated another $5
We'll do
and
it
said,
live.
Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Rush Duel, if Yuga does a new summon, do you think he had it and hid it to give his friends a good chance at their dreams?
No.
So, I guess, do you think Blake is basically saying that, does Yuga have a new summoning method in his back pocket? And he's hiding because he wants his friends to chase their dreams and not really show them up a little bit.
I don't know. I don't think Yuga's
That'd be
hiding
pretty
anything.
funny.
I don't think he's the type to hold back. That
It would
way.
be pretty funny. Yeah, I don't think Yugioh would want to give someone a win over him when he's not dueling at full
But
potential.
I can see him kind of being that guy of like, you know what? I want to see everyone succeed. You know, I don't
that's
want them
true.
to think that they're lesser. And so he's like,
True.
I don't really need this.
But
And
I
he
think
uses
he's
that.
more likely to push them to do their best.
Yeah, just like
To
Otis
overcome
pushes
it.
him to. Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
I could see Nail potentially like he makes a new dueling method, kind of like he did with Maximums, and then 20 episodes later. He just goes, oh yeah, we could use this, and everyone's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"What
You
the
had-
hell?
yeah.
Like you've had this the whole
That
time,
I can
and
see.
you waited till the world's at stake to use it now." Like I could see that.
That-
Yeah,
I can see.
I can see that.
Jack,
It wasn't my providence.
it wasn't his Providence. That's his excuse, right? Little Miss Providence. Jack donated another $5. That was my favorite line of the episode. And said, also, Dill, I decided on the deck I'm using for the remote duel invitational qualifier on May
Dinos.
15th and 16th.
Dinos.
Also, Nick T, I sent you a song. I'm learning the guitar.
Oh, I have to see. I know you've been learning guitar a while. I have to check my DMs and see what you've been learning. I'm really curious. I hope that journey's been good.
And look for him to comment.
Yeah,
you
he
left
did
me
not- he
hanging,
did
bro.
not say
What
the
deck
deck.
are you playing? Are you playing Dinos, dude?
He did donate another $3 right after that and said, I thought the episode was good dueling. The dueling, meh.
Yeah.
So the episode good, dueling meh.
Yeah. And I don't. The dueling was all right for me as well. It didn't affect the episode at all, though.
Yeah.
Because I just felt like there was so much that, like, it wasn't like Rook versus Schrodinger, where that's the whole episode. I think
That was a rough
percentage
go.
of duel time is very important when judging an episode and a duel in an episode. If a duel is 40% of the episode and the other 60% is non-dueling, then the duel really does not have to be that good for the episode to be enjoyable.
Yeah.
If the duel is 85 to 90% of the episode and
That's
the duel is meh, like a Rook versus Schwer, I was not a big fan
yeah,
of,
or
or
like
Rook
a
versus
Schrodinger,
Schrodinger.
yeah.
A lot of people were not big on Rook versus Django. Then the episode kind of just is brought down because
Right.
the duel just doesn't hit. But in this case, the duel was only 40% of the episode.
It's fine.
So it was an all right duel. Didn't really hurt the episode
I
quality.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
And I got to see my boy just cook it up.
Yeah.
Tell him
Cook it
right.
up.
Cook it up.
Cook it up.
I did it on the
Good.
pre-show. So I was hyped.
Can we also address he was using the tongs? Like,
Yeah, well, he brought it out. He tilts the cowboy
Yeah,
hat
he
up.
was
And
like,
he's just
oh,
drawn with the tongs.
And then when Nick Yagi went over to talk to Sweet Chicago, Pete's like, yeah, see, he's teaching her a lesson.
Yeah. Did you say
That is what you said.
Yeah, but you make it sound so evil in the way I said it.
He's teaching her.
He was on the verge of dying in the duel there, man.
He wouldn't have died.
Well, you know. He was
We don't
coming-
know.
We don't know what had happened.
We don't know what
I'm
you
sorry,
did.
Sebastian died.
Exactly.
True. Yeah, what if he got carded right there? He got taken to the Nom Nom Galaxy. You don't know what could
Yeah,
happen.
no, you're right. You're right.
Or actually, in this case, he would have been transported back to the past.
Yeah.
The best cowboy, Nick Yagi, speaking of Nick Yagi, donated $5 Canadian as Cammy and said, Dylan, take the L. Great duel. Funny scene with Asana and Tiger. I would like to see Asana versus a Tiger duel. What happened with the sushi guy? And then said, I'm truly a god.
Yeah,
Where did that come from?
Asana versus. Thank you for the donation. Asana versus Tiger would actually be a dream matchup.
Yeah.
I do when I do a top 10 list, which I
Bless you.
thank you.
Bless you.
One of the topics I usually do when a show comes to an end is top 10 duels we wish we saw.
Yeah.
I've done that for GX. I think I did it for 5Ds, and I definitely did it for Arc 5 and Vrain, so I'm trying to do it for all the shows. Definitely be doing it for Sevens, and I'll let you know right now, if Asana versus Tiger we never see, that will be very high on that list.
Agreed.
Very, very high.
Yeah, that'd be upsetting.
Yeah, Roman versus Roa, we never see that. That will also be very high.
Yes.
So those could be top 2 wanted.
I'll
duels
condemn
for me
the
right
show
now.
if that doesn't happen.
Yeah, honestly.
That's it. That's my determination if it's going to be a good show or not.
Whether
It doesn't
we
happen,
If
it's a bad show.
the cousins duel.
Yeah.
That's all I care about. Drago came back and donated another 5.
Thank you,
And
Drago.
said, another great episode for the side characters once again, which is what you like to see. The Noodle team and Asana and Haruka were the MVPs in this episode.
Agreed.
Agreed, and I also thought I thought the way the episode started with the zombie children, which I think a lot of us are overlooking. No one's.
Well, it was never addressed.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it was never addressed, and it was so early in the episode, and so much happened in this episode, and I kind of praise that in my review. That's one of those things about this episode that you kind of forget about.
Yeah.
Because the episode was so loaded,
Yeah.
and so you don't think about the very beginning of how this all started. This episode, that's a big deal.
Creepy, very creepy.
It's creepy, and that's a
Abandoned
big deal,
playground.
and like unconscious, like there is something deeper there, and I find it fascinating, and I was waiting to bring it up. When, I love when people comment, I love when people super chat, which I greatly appreciate because I get a great vibe for how the community is feeling and the main plot points that they want to talk about. And the thing that I absolutely love is the fact that no one really has brought up the zombie kids at all because it's kind of forgotten about. So I think low-key the zombie kids and the way this episode ended with the ramen guy were also the low-key MVPs. But all in all, I completely agree with you, man. Just a very loaded episode.
Well, we left the newspaper club and the post-apocalyptic club kind of just dealing with them.
Right.
So maybe we'll cut back to that at some point. I mean,
They're not speaking.
there's that line where Yugioh was just like, I know he's in, his gear
He was calling
and
them,
his
like,
character.
bastards.
Yeah, but he's just like, oh, crush these bastards. I'm like, bro, chill.
I was
I was like,
while you were talking about it, I was like, am I misremembering, or was Yugioh physically like handling them? just keeping them off and like.
And he looks like such like kind of like a typical weakling too, like
Yeah,
outside
as a
of the
kid,
suit.
yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna kill these bastards.
And he's like, what?
I'm like, what is in this?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
kill
gonna kill you. And I was like, what is in this suit?
Yeah.
What is going on here?
Some super strength.
Crazy, bro.
It's funny. Yeah. Drago, thank you, man. Thank you.
Some people also commenting, you never made a Zexel one either.
I know. I never made Zexel, never made the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Those are the other two.
You gotta get to that. There's some
Yeah.
video content for years to come.
There's always
Expect that 2024. Back Galaxy donated $5 Australian
Right now, wrong.
and said if Nick Yagi doesn't have an Aussie accent in the Sevens dub,
will.
I will personally be insulted.
Who was that? That
was Matt Galaxy.
Matt Galaxy. By the way, Matt Galaxy is,
Love Matt.
in my opinion, maybe the most underrated streamer there is. He's a
agree.
phenomenal.
I'm there all
so
the time.
good.
I love that
Yeah.
guy.
And I
he's
remember
so
you
fun.
tell me because you're up till
I'm
6 a.m. here.
he streams, Matt, you stream at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Because I'm awake.
It's a little too late for me, but
Yeah.
Pete's always up. And the setup that he has on his streams are incredible. Matt Galaxy, follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, where you could like
Follow
draw
on Twitch.
cards and
Yeah,
stuff
I mean,
like
it's
that.
insane. Well, the
It's
chat,
awesome.
and then even just the outline is really
Yeah,
good.
he's got-
And so Matt has been around more, which I love because I love Matt as a person.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the donation, Matt. And Matt is actually going to start watching Sevens.
Yeah.
He caved. He kind of retired from Yu-Gi-Oh!
did.
And he was like, now
like
he's like,
it.
you know what?
Welcome back.
I'm starting to cave a bit. And I said, it's the perfect time to watch
It's the
it.
perfect
This is the time where it's been really fun.
I love it.
He will have an Australian accent. I will be the one doing the Australian accent. So
Confirm-
that's going to be,
Congratulations,
yeah,
man.
thank you. That's going to be equally as offensive. So just get ready for that. Do you want me to do my Australian
No,
accent?
please.
Yeah, please do it unsure now.
Good day, mate. We're going to go to the Outback.
Matt, you have that to look forward to in Nick Yagi. You wait all the way to episode 46 to hear that garbage. So get ready for that.
God, bro.
I mean, Shiose just joined. Shiose, are you going to comment on that? Are you just going to let him get away with that? What was that?
So I'm not good with accents.
Yeah, I can tell. I don't know.
We did cover the
I hope
47
Matt's
cast.
still here. I hope I didn't make a fool of myself.
He hasn't commented
He
yet.
probably left.
Oh my god. If rewind on the stream, Shiose, and listen to his horrific
It
Australian
was about like
accent.
30 seconds.
Say
Yeah.
welcome.
Listen
You
to that.
don't have to do that. All right, let's
But we did cover 47's cast list. I just
we did.
yes, yeah, breaking news.
Woo,
Let's
break.
pivot.
Pivoting.
Thank you, Matt.
We have
I love you,
a ton
man.
of donations still to go.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, you guys, thank you so much. All right, let's cook it up.
Well, that's why I've been cooking it up here.
He's been cooking
All right,
up.
so what are we transitioning to?
Shiose's manager. I always get excited when the arcs are coming to an end because this arc is.
Because we get to see her manager again.
Yeah, this arc.
We never get to talk to her before that.
No. Well, no, she's there. She's way too big for us. But there's I don't know. Obviously, I don't know if her manager is down, but we've done it for the last 2 finales.
Bring it back.
Because 52 is literally like 5.5, 6 weeks from now.
I know.
So that's crazy. We're almost at the end of this arc.
Vaxxed over here,
Yeah,
so
it's crazy.
We'll be all right.
Yeah, Caliber second shot. If you're just joining, that's why he's not here. But yeah, that'll be lit. Anyway, next donation.
I thought we. Oh, okay.
Whoa.
No, you said you were transitioning. You just wanted to say
I
that.
think we're pivoting back to.
We're just pivoting back.
Yeah, well, I don't think people want to. Do you guys want to hear my accent again? I don't
Yes,
know.
please.
Well, someone said, "How do you pronounce Melbourne?"
Exactly, you just pronounced it.
Can you? I want you.
No, but you just said it. Melbourne.
Melbourne. That's how you say it.
If you lived in Australia, I would agree.
No,
with you.
if you lived anywhere.
How do you say Jason Bourne's last name? Is it Jason Ben?
It's born.
No, is it spelt the same way as the Bourne in Melbourne?
But you can't
Context.
just. Those things don't equate. Like, that's not how the world works.
How do you say Kansas?
Kansas.
And how do you say Arkansas?
Right, that's the issue. So
No,
I'm
no,
trying
it-
to change that.
Oh,
So I say Arkansas.
Okay, I see what he's going with.
So,
so you
whose
respect it.
Kansas is it? Is it your Kansas or their Kansas? You said it's our Kansas.
Yeah,
so whose Kansas
that's just
is
the name
it?
of the state. You'll get used to it. I'll explain it after the stream.
She'll say, actually, you might want to tell your manager, don't even bother coming for the finale. You don't want to deal with
No,
this.
come and then we'll leave down.
We'll come to you.
The last time Jose's manager was here, all of you guys were like ripping me apart. It was
You
No,
deserve it.
I was getting bullied.
You just,
I mean,
bully
bully-
is a strong term.
I got slapped for making a Fortnite joke.
That's true. That is true.
By the way, that's
Well-deserved.
still one of the
Well-deserved.
highlights of the Talking
well-
Yu-Gi-Oh podcast.
Well deserved.
Holy crap, man.
Oh,
That's funny.
God.
Dude. That's funny.
Drago did another $5 and said, my theory
Thank
is
you,
that
Drago.
maybe Double Six is from the future, just like the aliens, which explains why Nail couldn't find any info on them.
Could be. Not a
that
bad
would
theory.
be
I'm
crazy.
So the thing with me though is I don't believe the aliens are actually from an alternate time period.
It's
So
just- it's just their
I
personalities.
don't think there's going to be any time travel in
Can we
Sevens.
talk about that for a second?
Sure.
It is very fascinating. I respect Nail immensely.
Yeah.
And it's very
Thank
fascinating
you
that
for
the
the
genius hacker
dono.
person he was at like 3 years old, he can't find a single shred of anything that has to do with Gohan Double Six.
Well, now you're starting to sound like Roa.
But no, what I'm saying is I'm not criticizing him like Raw. I'm saying that that's fairly interesting in the perspective of what is Double Six up to? How do they
How they
have
evaded,
they
yeah.
erased their internet presence throughout anything that Nail, as gifted
point.
as he is, can not find?
No, it's a good point. And Nail, if Nail says, yeah, I have not been able to find anything, then like that, there's legitimacy to that. It's
Right.
not like Yugioh running a quick Google search. You know, we all respect Yugioh, but like Nail is in the database. He's a professional hacker. Like, there's something weird there. And that's why a lot of people think that maybe there could be some tie-in with Otis and Gohan Double Six. A lot of people forget that when Nail was going crazy, Otis was the one who shut him down.
Yep.
So Otis has an insane amount of power.
Oh yeah.
And so if Otis does have some sort of tie here to Gohan Double Six,
He can hide.
then maybe he's the reason that they're able to hide from Neil.
Yeah.
The same way that he kind of interrupted Neil's searches back in the day. Or not searches, but hacks. When Neil was first contributing to them.
So you think that could be Otis related?
Yeah.
I think it could be.
possible.
Otis, there's the
didn't
thing
think
that
about that.
that I love about Sevens right now, man. There are so many fascinating elements, right? The alien characters, the ramen guy, the oh, you missed buy or sell, Shio, so you would have liked that
It
game.
was a fun game.
Buy, sell,
It's
hold.
theory. It was
Bye bye.
So. Hold.
And what else? Oh, Gohan Double Six's motives
Right.
and Otis's motives. There's
There's a
so
lot.
much going
Yeah.
on, and that are unknown and fascinating, and I love that.
I think
Gives us a lot to talk about.
your point does really hold up because I don't think it can be overstated how good of a computer programmer or whatever, like a grasp of technology that Otis has. I mean, he was the one that opened up the exploit
Yeah.
for rush duels to happen. He was the one that opened up the exploit that allowed maximums to happen. He prevented Neil from looking up, like doing the research. He's the one orchestrating a lot of what's going on, at least technologically.
He's almost like I think people don't want to think about this. He's almost like a god. I mean,
He has been.
he gets out of jail. How did that even happen?
He memed them. He literally memed
But
them.
like, and it is a meme, and it is like a funny scene, like, haha, look at that. But really think about it
like,
logically.
What I'm saying, like in the
he's
context of the show,
Yeah.
he memed Gohan. Like he literally trolled them.
Yeah.
Like he's like, I can get in here
Yeah.
whenever I want. I'll get arrested because I have a motive to do something, and I'll escape
I'll
whenever
just
I
walk
want.
out. I'm done.
It's no big deal. I'll dig through the ground. How did he do that? Who knows?
Yeah.
It's never explained.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Were you gonna?
This is just nuts.
I was say they probably laughed at Jesus too back in the day, and I just didn't want to draw that comparison.
And then there you go. There it is. There you go.
I was thinking that maybe he made like a D's nuts reference as he was going.
This is what I gotta
We're
work
gonna have
with
to
here
ask
at
Candace,
Sevens
you
Up.
know.
Oh man. Yeah. Yep. There it is. There it is. Welcome back to Sevens Up here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything, where I work with two clowns. So welcome into the show, and we'll continue with some donos here. X-Slayer donated $5, and so what are your expectations on what Rook's maximum monster will look like? Maybe a 3-headed behemoth or a Dragon Master Knight lookalike. Those are some great suggestions, X-Slayer. Honestly,
Love Dragon Master
anything related of like a King Ghidorah kind of style
Oh my
thing that we
God,
got with Nail,
absolutely.
we get some kind of behemoth looking thing of Rook. Well, first of all, Rook, it's well deserved, man.
Oh,
okay,
it's-
they
yeah.
keep trolling this man every weekend, making jokes. They did it again this week. This man needs a maximum. He's the only character in this universe that we know of that is undefeated.
It would actually be
And
insane if he did.
can't. It's a running joke.
Yeah,
on the show.
No, he will absolutely get a maximum, and I think it is going to be like a massive dragon-looking creature.
Do you think it could be a Dragon Master Knight?
I would any comparison to Dragon Master Knight, and
this
my
guy.
heart's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool. I don't know if it will be, because Dragon Master Knight incorporates a lot of those older legacy monsters like a Blue Eyes. I don't foresee Rook getting Blue Eyes. That's the other aspect of Otis. How does he have all these legacy? He really is like the god of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sevens. But yeah, Rook will get a maximum. If it looked like Dragon Master Knight, I mean, just a giant version of Dragon Master Knight, you'd flip out, dude.
Oh,
That'd be
dude,
great.
But it's
Freak.
not only the legacy cards. He made a new card in Seven's Road Magician before Rush Duels even existed.
That's right.
I mean, so like,
That's a good point.
like, how much power does this man have?
Yeah.
And if he was this dangerous, why did Gohan? I'm sorry, why didn't they kill him?
Well, no, but
like why?
No, but
my
he's
God.
not wrong. Gohan literally, the president literally goes, "We're still trying to find out his true identity."
How do you not
He
know?
worked for your company.
Yeah, they know that.
Yeah, of course.
It's gonna be a story as old as time
My
that we get in
God.
these stories where he was some low level, bottom of the barrel hacker who was in a way lower position than what his talent was for. They threw him to the curb, and he went, "Oh yeah, I'll show you." And then
Yeah,
that's
but
why
I don't
they
know.
probably don't even remember.
I
that.
think he could just be some sort of god. I really do.
But not a ghost though.
Well, no, he's not
Hey,
a
no.
ghost. Not yet.
I don't take me out of context, Alex. Pete advocating murder.
Well,
Oh well,
he was.
he did say it.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Nicholas Horton donated £5 and said the zombie kids seem more like they're brainwashed to me. Goha President Drone has access to that type of power. His deck had brainwashing cards included.
Great point.
That was my
Didn't even really think about it.
initial thought last week when we addressed like, oh, there's gonna be zombie kids next week. That was my also initial thought. I think it's very possible that it's linked to that.
Yeah, Nicholas, that's a great point. Didn't really think about that.
It's
We'll get
really
more
good.
on those zombie kids. I don't think in 47, but maybe in 48 and 49, as this arc is wrapping up.
I like that theory a lot. Drago donated another $5 and said, "What if the ramen shop guy is the leader of Double Six? That could also be possible. I mean, who
Ramen
knows?
shop guy is the
I
leader.
doubt it, but I could see it going that way.
Yeah, I definitely could. You know, would you buy into that? Oh, well,
Like, would I be okay with it?
no, like would you buy in the buy or sell?
No, I probably
Oh, yeah.
sell. I probably sell because I think it serves more of a purpose. Like I said when we played that, to connect him to Otis, and there's more personal connection there.
Yeah.
Even if they've never maybe met face to face, then I think the stock on Double Six is a little down right now, and so I don't want to attach a potential new interesting character to that.
Yeah,
So.
I agree with you. But Drago, thank you, my man.
X-Layer donated another $5 and said, "So now we are getting the Pyro type support more often in Rush Duels rather than the Master Duels. Huh. Strange. Also, what the F with Sweets Kakako's monster is an Earth Pyro type.
Yeah, it didn't really look pyro to me, Sweets Kakako's monster. But I guess what else would it be? I guess it...
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't know. I do think it's funny. Obviously, Pyro is the big joke because of that paying user in the community who would always comment like, you know, or Volcanic really, like, you know, 350 days since Volcanic support. And now all, like, Pyro keeps getting support in Rush Duels. I mean, obviously, Nick Yagi's really entire deck is built around that. So, yeah, it is interesting, X-Slayer. It absolutely is.
Yeah. He actually would be in a little bit of trouble, at least from what we've seen, Nick Yagi, if he went against someone who had a deck that can just counter fire attribute monsters. He'd be pretty screwed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Well, that was kind of an issue. Not an issue, but similar, but a little different that Roman ran into with Sushiko.
Yeah.
Because Roman needs her life points to be low, and Sushiko just didn't let it happen.
I agree. That's true.
Yeah.
She also makes a good point. Baked goods equal fire.
Oh, that makes sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah, baked goods.
Cook 'em. Cook it up.
God, they look so good, dude.
Yeah.
When I was watching the episode subbed as well as live, I was eating that red velvet cake.
Nice, bro.
Yeah,
That
very
makes
good.
sense. You were trying to just
Crying.
You were eating it away.
I was crying.
Yeah.
I tweeted. I was live tweeting.
Oh, I saw that.
You did
Yeah, I
live
was
tweets.
proud of you for that. I was like, wow, he's become.
Jose's
that
manager
mainstream.
said she was going to come and beat me up if I didn't, so I had to.
Yeah.
That's true. She also said that there is no Korean barbecue by her by here, so we have to go to her manager.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, it's real.
Okay. So we'll bring the show there.
Honestly, that I would love to take the show on the road.
It would be great.
What,
I mean, it
what
would
are you
be
talking about? We have the show in London.
Yeah, we
coming
have
up.
tickets. Yeah, we're selling tickets.
story for another day.
Oh man, that's basically what you come here for. You come here for the content and the side
Well,
jokes.
we have a structure that I think works, and I think it makes it fun. We talk about the episode very, very in depth for about 30 to 40 minutes at the beginning of the stream, and then we break and we hear the great people from the chat, and that which is still about sevens usually, just more in depth and more specific, and some are more random, and then we read the summaries and usually make our predictions if we can. This week we can't. We just don't know exactly who's dueling. And then we, continue with the donations and super chats, and we go a little off the rails.
Yeah, we have a good time. We have a good time.
It's a good time.
Their limestone is over there if you want to check that out.
Let me do that.
Pete's right.
Limestone, thank you for another $4 donation. I enjoy Dylan's spoonerisms.
We do too.
I'm happy you do. I make up words all the time. There's times where I'm literally live streaming like on Twitch and I'll say a word that I think is a word, and then like 2 minutes later I think it's usually like Alex or someone will write.
It's always Alex.
Yeah, he'll write like, by the way, that's not a word. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Sometimes
I'm like, I think I would use that word. You combine two words that, and I'm just like, all right.
No, I mean, it's crazy. You learn about the English language every day.
It was, I think it was on my video that I posted, I think for episode 5 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where Alex commented, and I forget, you said something, and he's like, well, there goes Dylan just making up words. That's exactly what
I love it. Alex keeps me honest.
That's the way language works, though.
Obscenerate. Hold on. Yeah, I want to adjust this. Is obscenerate not a word?
No.
Obscenerate.
You can incinerate.
There's incinerate,
obliterate. So I combine. I see.
Obliterate.
I like that.
That's sick.
That's a word that I like.
I'm not even kidding. I have used the word obscenerate, and probably in reviews, probably like 40
times. It would be
times.
to absolutely destroy by fire.
Right. I think
we should add that.
I think I used the word obscenerate during a marketing presentation and for college.
And they probably clapped.
They weren't.
They said this guy, he's progressive.
I'm sure.
That's what they said.
Well, listen, I'm going to still use the word obscenerate. I don't know what to say.
You should.
Limestone, thank you for using the link. Thank you for the donation, my man.
I like it.
Cammy, the best boy cowboy Nick Yagi, donated another 5 Canadian and said, "What did you think of the first Bad Batch episode? I have not watched it, but stay tuned for that. That might come at some point. This was epic. I really like the Crosshair, Hunter and the Omega relationship. Can't wait to see the second episode on Friday." Yeah, I've heard a lot of great things, Cammy. Definitely want to get into that, whether I react to it or not. I just kind of want to watch it. But Clone Wars Season 7 has to come first before I jump into that. But thank you for the donation.
Could you just, I know it's a little bit off topic. Could you elaborate what that is? I don't know what that is.
So Bad Batch is an offshoot of a few episodes that they were going to do originally at the end of the Clone Wars show when it was on Cartoon Network. They did a lot of pre-visualization that you could actually look up on YouTube. It's just not animated. Then when Disney decided to revive and bring it back, they did like a 3-episode arc, I think, in Season 7. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it, of the Bad Batch, which is just like a Bad Batch of clones that kind of weren't made the way it was supposed to go.
Right.
And so I guess they just become very popular, I guess, from that Clone Wars last season, and they got their own spin-off
That's
show.
sick.
And so
really
now
dope.
that's what's going on. So I don't know too much more because I have not looked up spoilers, but yeah, that's the basic premise
I like that.
of what's going on.
That's lit, dude.
Yeah, Star Wars. We are starving for some quality Star Wars content after Mandalorian has ended, and even before Mandalorian started. X-Layer donated another $5.
Thank you, man.
Also, I love how Seven does references to pop culture, like when Sweets Kakako.
I'm so sorry because I added it in when Kemi asked me to. He also added, "Can't wait to Friday to see the second episode. Can't wait to see Rex."
Yeah, no
I
problem.
wasn't sure if you added that in. But
No, I did not, but thank you for catching that. Yeah, if Rex is in it, I'm totally down for that. But X-Layer said also, I love how Sevens does references to pop culture, like when Sweets Kakako just went back to the past in a reverse way, as if Back to the Future.
Yeah, I completely picked up
Yeah.
on that reference.
Yeah.
We have a Gundam reference in the episode title for this week, and I think the episode title for 46 was also a reference to something, if I'm not mistaken. But actually, someone who points out the references very well is Entame and her team.
Is
I mean, they do
so good.
as you've said many times. They do a great job with the notes and the
Well,
sub.
they did it this week as well, where I saw Entame writing about it on Twitter. If there was anyone had a suggestion with the banging drums thing, where
Yeah.
it was the same. It's the same word to like bang the instrument as your heart beating, and so that was the joke they were making. But
Right, that was like the
obviously, as
pun.
us, we it would
Yeah.
be very confusing. So
Right.
that was a great translator note there from
Yeah,
Entame and her team to be like, okay, well, I understand
Yeah.
why Nick looks just as confused as I am in that.
The show is filled with
Yeah.
puns and it's filled with pop
They
culture.
have a lot of
references.
fun doing that. you
Yeah.
know that.
Oh, it's fun. Yeah, and you can just tell they enjoy doing it. Definitely.
Drago donated another $5 and said, "You feel that if Yuga's team told Rook that the lore of becoming King of Duels was a lie set up, could lead to him turning on the main cast? Do you think that could happen?
Rook turning on the main cast.
Rook turning on the main cast.
I think that it's possible, but I'm starting to just think that the Rook turning on the main cast is going to kind of become the new Soul Burner turning on the main cast theory, where it's one of those things that we think might happen. That's a theory that I pushed quite a bit with Rain, so I'm being a little more hesitant with buying very into the Rook turning on the cast theory. I know he's been annoying in some episodes, and
Sure.
I thought he was honestly just an asshole to Schwar after he defeated him in that duel.
Yeah, I did not like that.
No, and was, clawing away as Schwar was unconscious next to him and interrupted that really, impactful backstory scene we got with Asana and Schwar
Yes.
and the pigeon being potentially,
saving him.
frozen. Yeah. So, I didn't like that. But there's not enough there. I mean, really, the Soul Burner stuff, because he was a fiery guy.
Right, it made
And,
sense.
there was that shot in the opening where he looked a little,
He's
rough.
turning away.
Yeah, and it was right after the Kusanagi Yusaku standoff scene.
Oh,
that was something that was just read into quite a bit, probably by us and other people in the community. So I'm kind of seeing a link there where that Rook turning theory, where that Rook turning theory is kind of being talked about kind of as often as the Soul Burner one was. The Soul Burner one never came to fruition. I think it would be cool, but I'm more on the side of caution when it comes to believing in that theory. It's not one of the theories that I really am kind of all in on. I'm all in on the alien just being one character. I was all in on Kakako working for Gohan 66. I've been all in on a lot of theories that, of course, are not right. So, don't take my word for, the Bible, because it's not. But I don't know. I think it would be really cool. I just don't think they're going to pull the trigger on it.
Can I spin it a little different way?
Of course.
So instead of Rook turning on the crew, which I don't think will happen, what if it does happen in the way of, hey, this whole thing of King of Duels was a lie? At first, I think he's going to be obviously very upset and angry, but I think that could be really great for his character.
I agree.
Because I think it's very much where people, here's an analogy, right? When people start a new project, I don't know, they work at a company, right? And all they care about in that company is, man, you see that salary I'm getting? And it's always of what you could be, of what you want people to view you as with that nice car or the King of Duels title. Where more, why are you doing this? Is it your passion to do this?
Right.
And I think if Rook can find that once he gets over the initial hurt, I think that could be really great for
Create
his
a moment
character.
of self-reflection.
So I would love if that happened.
Well, one of the core 4 characters it happened with, and that was Roman when Princess G was forced to retire. and we all like that episode quite a bit. I love that episode
Yeah.
for her. So like we've seen it already with the core 4. I could see that. I don't think it'll ever be to the point where he's fighting for Gohan against Yugioh or fighting for an evil group, but I could see some not disdain, but some separation.
Sure.
Just temporarily, like in that Roman episode.
And to your point, I think it's sort of already happened to a much lesser extent with Rook in where he coins the term door.
Oh yeah, door.
That's where because that episode like had a bit of an existential crisis for him, where he was sort of finding his purpose, whereas like his door was to become that king of duels there. So he's already had that. Now imagine if that all crumbles beneath him, or it would just make sense for him to have to self-reflect, reassess what he wants.
Absolutely.
So I think that actually would be huge for him.
Yeah, I think it would be really nice.
Absolutely.
Konami, hit me up. Come work for you.
Thank you, Kyle.
Kyle donated another 5.
That was
Drago.
Kyle donated another 5 and said, the new alien is a fish, and guess who of all the food trio is still without a love? And if they are one, you have Nick defeats, who like he defeated was someone who beat Sebastian that almost beat Yugioh. So you have this like connection line of going of all these aliens and how everyone's intertwined.
That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we'll see you fish.
I think it would make. I said earlier, I think it spotlight a little more there.
Yeah,
I agree.
So, Xlater donated another 5 and said maybe someone had to take over the channel because someone here is losing bet after bet.
Should I walk away for 5 minutes? Give you guys the reign.
I mean, remember, this man said
bathroom.
if Nick Yagi fusion summoned,
Come on, bro, don't do that.
it was over.
Jesus Christ.
Are you advocating for him to go right there?
No,
I have to take a break. I will be back in 5 minutes. You guys keep banging it out.
All right,
Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing. We're not done.
She'll say that is possible with the Kaizo thing. I referenced that earlier, Solstice-wise, with the aliens. I kind of think that's what they are, but that would be pretty crazy. What if Kaizo, there's been some theories going on in the chat, what if Kaizo is this man in the suit that's the leader of the band here next episode?
Almost like a
right, he's coming back.
Right, I mean, he was broken. I mean, he could appear in any.
That'd be pretty crazy because Yugioh was fixing him, and he just turns on Yugioh, like
I mean,
turn on the whole crew.
Wouldn't be the.
Yeah, I guess I could see him doing a. Like it doesn't end up being maliciously in the end,
right?
But at that moment, he is obsessed with power. So if he could be the leader of a group, he might do it.
And it would also kind of fit in with like the outcasts of like the outcasted sidekicks. Like we have Ushido and Geta, who are obviously disgraced by Roa and him leaving them behind, and then Yugioh goes to participate in this tournament, leaving Kaizo in shambles. Maybe
it could work.
Like, yeah, hey.
It definitely could work. Did you see the meme this week with Outcast the band? And where it was like, it's that whole meme going around where it's the different measurements, and it was like one bop, and then it was just like all sad. He's like, I was dying.
That was great.
Hey, yeah, yo.
Should we,
Yes, we'll jump back here. Yes, welcome your new hosts here, Nick and Pete here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. Blake donated another $2 and said, Angel Beats is about the afterlife. So that thing you looked up earlier about the afterlife. So like,
isekai,
are
right?
they
or maybe
like are they straight up dead and like we're having like a sitcom anime in like heaven or hell? Like is that what you mean?
I'm curious.
Now I'm even more fascinated.
I am. Yeah, it's a high school in the afterlife.
That is fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was an idol anime. But
I can see you get the vibe.
Yeah, I did get that vibe, especially I think when I googled it before. I think it seemed that way, but maybe
he also
things
came
are
back,
not always what they seem.
It's true. And Blake came back and did another tune and said, "Webtoon, read refund high school."
I know I've never used Webtoon, but maybe I'll try it.
I guess you could read a whole bunch of stuff on there. I've never heard of that actually.
Yeah.
But thank you, Blake.
Kyle donated $2 and said a video name, Yukio Ever Wrong, how a bet can end bad.
Ooh. That's a pretty good one. I don't think I'm going to make a specific video on Yagi, but yeah, it's cool.
Well, you don't have to make it. Some other drama alert makes it about how you went down and played.
If the community was
start your
big enough.
drama channel.
That's right. When you start your drama channel.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Nothing. Oh, okay. Shiose is saying Shiose thinks Yuga made Kaizo as a reconnaissance unit, and that's just her crack theory right now. So infiltrate 66 poses the band leader now of Yushiro and Geta, but it's really just Yuga's doing the whole time. I mean, we've said often Yuga plays 4D chess.
He does.
So
He
could be
does
the
play
case.
4D chess.
That'd be
Could be the
nuts.
case.
And it's probably pretty easy to invade a group that has 66 members, by the way.
That are all boomers, so they don't know technology.
Probably pretty easy.
They
I
don't
like
know
that. I like that theory. We've also seen Yuga use Kaizo off screen, like with the
True.
Machine Cavalry Club when they were being held hostage to go to the mines, and
Yeah.
so like he's done it before.
He might be annoying, but he puts in the work, Kazo. He really does.
Well, Yuga puts in the work to program Kaizo.
And now that felt blasphemous.
Yeah, I feel like
Right
you're
there.
taking
I
credit.
like to give Yuga credit.
He deserves credit, but like all the credit? I mean, come on.
Janeth came back and donated another 2 Canadian and said, "I sent the
Janeth.
video. Please react on stream."
What was the video again?
She sent it to your email. She did not specify.
All right, I'll see if I can get it. I probably won't be able to play any video on stream.
you can do it on
It runs
speakers
into
or
a
anything.
and it
copyright.
also runs into a copyright issue.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
it's difficult. for us
But
to-
maybe Dylan could do something like that as a Vimeo or something.
Yeah, well, it's already
Like
on
in the
YouTube. Yeah,
future.
well,
We
I
can
actually
bring it up for next.
I don't even have any access to
Speak.
speakers.
Yeah,
on
that's
this.
that
it
guy
literally
kinda-
won't even play.
Yeah, so it's not
Like,
gonna
you won't be
play.
able to
Yeah,
hear it.
his desktop doesn't have speakers right now. We have
Yeah.
no way of listening to it.
Yep,
But it's something we can address for next time
Absolutely.
after watching it.
But thank
absolutely.
you.
Thank you, Janeth.
TNX Rail donated £2 and
Oh,
said
he's a he, by the way.
Oh, did I say? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant hey. I'm sorry.
Roman's VA has got a new EP out called Forced Shutdown.
Roman's VA, by the way, she is a complete badass.
She's awesome.
She's a
Incredible
great singer.
like
Yeah.
in real life and everything.
One song, can't remember what anime it's for, but she's great. She's phenomenal. I will definitely be looking for Shutdown. Look it up right after the stream. But thank you.
Said new music. I'll check
Yeah,
that
no,
out.
she's great.
I really like, honestly, all the voices. I'm been obsessed with that special ending of Roa. I love that. I thought
Oh,
that was great.
Miniscape. Yeah, we need another.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
she's always on the after
on
show.
the end show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the-
Yeah,
she's
I
great.
really like that little bit that they
Yeah,
did.
no,
I
she's
like
great.
they added that.
Me
Like, when
too.
yeah.
I love those giant cards.
They
dude.
also
Yeah.
seem like they have good chemistry together.
Oh yeah, I'm
They-
sure they do. I'm sure
So.
they do. Just seems like a fun show to work on.
Yeah, absolutely. Kyle donated another 2 real. Kyle going crazy again and said, "Going forward?" ? More like not going anywhere for 100 episodes. Which is true.
That's good.
Really
No,
true.
He's not
I
wrong.
got
That
it.
was-
I got it.
This guy.
That was rough.
Yeah, no, he's right. He's
It was,
absolutely
it
right.
was a bit much.
No,
It was a bit much.
I wasn't going to say forced shuffle. Pegasus is not here. Pegasus Say is not here, and there will be no shuffle talk on this channel. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna
Oh
say
my
it.
god. You could
Blake
be here, dude.
Blake donated $2 and said, "Ever thought of reacting to a webtoon comic?"
No, I've never thought of reacting to a webtoon comic. I think in the sense of videos, I'm probably gonna just stay with Yu-Gi-Oh for a long
That's
time.
fair.
Maybe something on Twitch related to that.
Yeah.
Twitch, I do Yu-Gi-Oh, but I branch out a little more.
Something a little improvisational.
Yeah, so maybe, but no plans right now. No plans right now.
Respect.
Yes.
Electric Kevin donated another $5 Australian.
Thank
said,
you so much,
Get
Kev.
hyped for tomorrow. Ash is versus Iris. Iris, the champion. Don't know who will win, but whoever wins will become a top 99 strongest trainer in the anime. So that's got to be the new Pokemon anime going on. I would
Yeah,
imagine.
they made her the champion. I'm pretty sure.
That's what
Iris.
he said. Iris
Yeah.
the champion.
Yeah, I'd heard that, which is crazy. So cool.
Does Ash ever get it? Is Ash ever the champion?
I saw that like a year ago, right?
Yeah.
It was a big
No.
deal when he finally won, like for the first time ever.
Yeah,
in
no, I think he
history.
did win Sun and Moon.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he did.
He finally
But,
won.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's something I definitely don't know about.
Yeah, I gotta watch that. I mean, the new Pokemon show seems really lit. I love all the new I think Gary Oak is, if he hasn't already, I think he showed up again.
Yeah.
So like, I gotta,
Yeah, that's a rabbit hole that I don't know if I want to go down.
Yeah,
that's
I
a lot
know.
to catch
I know,
up
because
on.
I'm worried with me. I'm like really a completionist. So if I watch that season, I might be like, well, let me watch the season before, you know. So like, there's a lot of episodes there. I wish I had more time. Wish I could just have like 3 months where like time doesn't move forward and I could just watch shows for 3 months.
Right.
That'd be pretty great. Yeah, that'd be pretty great.
That would be.
But Electric,
excellent.
Kevin, thank you so much, my man. And I'm happy the Pokemon show has been doing as well as it's been doing. Really
Doing
cool.
bonkers.
Yeah.
X-Slayer donated another 2.
Thank
Just
you,
say that
X
real
Slayer.
quick. and said maybe the top of Hexagon is part of Gohan 66. They got so upset by how bad they sucked that they formed a new company.
I mean, 66 members, it's not impossible. I would hope that they're keeping those a little separate.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're ever going to even see Top of Hexagon again.
Probably
Granted, I said that after the Arc 2, and they did show up at the beginning of Arc 3,
Yeah,
but
see.
I was saying that they were going to be nameless characters.
Oh yeah, and you were right.
Yeah,
And
so
they'll remain that way.
and I think most to go on double six. That it reminds me of Top of Hexagon, especially when they said there's 66 members. Definitely not something that I was in favor of. Definitely not. So. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah, it is. It is what it is.
It is.
Rolling through these
We
donuts.
heard that a lot.
Ease
I did.
when it is.
Yes.
It is what it is.
Yes. T-Pink staff donated $5 and said, "Hey Dylan, I still say you should voice Nick Yagi for the dub."
And
Thank
we
you,
did
Pink
hear that
Staff.
accent.
Well, and that's after hearing my Australian accent.
That was after.
That's what's even scarier.
No, that's actually an honor. So Pink Staff,
That's
thank
an
you.
endorsement of your accent.
Yeah, so Pink Staff, thank you so much for that. I know the vetting process for, by the way, I know some roles that have already been confirmed for the dub that I can't give any information on. Nick Yagi probably has not been casted at this point, but
Yeah,
I know the
down the
main
line.
four has at the very least. I know the process. I don't think they would ever ask a YouTuber. I mean, they want genuine voice actors. So a lot of people say like, hey, maybe they'll bring you into voice. I am
Like an
friends.
extra? That'd be kind of cool.
It would be cool. I am friends with people that work there. Obviously, I've had people on my channel. I'm friends with some of the producers as well.
You should play a character
But it won't happen.
in that universe that is just obsessed with covering the Yu-Gi-Oh duels that are going on. Fits right in. People have done that before. I've said that.
That'd be
Yeah.
amazing, dude.
If there's a
Yu-Gi-Oh! 8, bro.
imagine if there is a character though. I'm always
Like
by the
based
way,
off you.
yeah.
It could
Like,
happen.
I'm very happy there's never been a Dylan in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Because I actually don't like saying my own name. It's
Sure.
weird.
No, I kind of get that.
So it would be annoying talking and saying like, yeah, and then Dylan, it just would be weird. So I'm happy there hasn't been a character named Dylan. But if they ever brought in a character that was like a very nerdy, like obsessive character with like covering like in some sort of social media format, I would wonder if that's like a reference,
And then you sue Konami for using your likeness without your permission.
I would never do that.
Rich.
Blow up the
Who was the
channel.
actress that tried to sue GTA for?
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah,
I think
she
I'm pretty sure she won.
She won.
Let's look that up.
Wow.
Nick, you look that up.
Yeah, okay.
Be my lookup guy.
Well, Pink Staff, I appreciate the compliment. Thank you so much for the donation.
Pink
Thank you,
Staff, I will say thank you for the donation. Appreciate you being here. You should be psychologically evaluated for a comment like that. Kyle donated 10 real and said, thank God Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't get the PT dub since GX. Imagine Dylan trying to do a Brazilian accent. Also, check out this Brazil video of a priest doing an online auction of a lasagna while on a hammock.
What?
That's
That
not a real
sounds
thing.
like the chaotic energy I'm ready
That
for.
is not real.
I will look that up,
Yeah.
Kyle. Thank you so much for the
What
donation,
in the
man.
hell?
I can't do a Brazilian accent. I couldn't even try.
Yeah, no. What? Yeah.
Did she win, in fact?
No, she lost.
Yeah,
she did
yeah,
lost?
I thought she.
I
was,
remember
yeah.
it was her that sued for it. I don't even think it looks like her.
No, I think it looks more like Kate, like Upton or.
Yeah,
somebody,
I can
like-
see that more.
Yeah, let's see.
It's
No.
just a blonde girl. Like
It's a
it's
blonde
just
girl.
it's just a woman. Who cares? Kyle donated another 2 real and said Otis is Yusaku after 6 years of looking for Ai.
That's a good theory.
He's so
The ramen guy is Yusaku after.
he's lost it.
Imagine if that's
You
old
had a
Yusaku.
theory of that where you said like, what if there was a story like continuation of Reigns where
Oh, I think Yusaku would be the
Yusaku
villain.
is like a little, and I know other people said that too, where he's
Yeah.
just nuts.
Yeah, I would love that. It would be very fascinating.
Yeah.
I think in
No.
3 months of isolation,
No.
I think he lost his mind.
I think it's possible.
Absolutely not, Alex.
He wasn't in a good mental state to begin with.
No,
anyway,
he was pretty.
so.
He was out there.
Seeing Yusaku as a villain, by the way, would be terrifying. It would be really
yeah.
good. But guys, that pretty much wraps things up
It
here.
does.
Episode 46, Grill to Perfection, hashtag the Yogster. The Nick Yagi duel has finally ended, but we're not done. Hot wings, cowboy hats, all out next Wednesday night. You don't want to miss it. Every Wednesday night, 8:30, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We apologize that Caliber couldn't be here, but we hope you still enjoyed. To everyone that donated, X-Slayer, I got to give you a special shout out, and Maddie for those massive $50
seriously.
donations earlier. Thank you so much. I'm in the works of getting some more lighting, of potentially getting another high-quality webcam, maybe get some music done as well that we can play in the background. And then, of course, the different games, buy and hold. That was a fun game. Well,
I like
maybe,
that.
Bye.
maybe we'll change the
us up.
names a little bit. and then we'll figure out something else with that.
Yeah, I think that's a great
Because
idea.
I think it's fun. And we'll try to add more games and more segments to hopefully give
Yes.
you guys a chance to interact. But even if you didn't donate, to everyone that's here, thank you so much. And if you did donate, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you. I stream on Twitch. These guys are great, by the way. They got a lot of stuff linked down below. They are part of this team, obviously, week in and week out. Please do them a favor. Please do me a favor and yourself a favor and follow them. They make great content. You guys can plug away.
Cool.
And thank you for doing this again.
Of course.
You guys
Thanks
were
for
having
having you
me, man.
anytime, dude. Anytime.
It's best day of the week for me.
Is it really? Because for
Yeah,
me it
I
is.
love it.
I don't know if you're being
Love
Okay.
hanging
sarcastic.
out with you guys. Love hanging out with the chat.
Yeah.
Love
For me it is. I
Love
don't
just making our memories on camera. We're gonna look back at this shit in 20 years and go, "This was a lot of fun."
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I very much agree.
Absolutely.
Um,
Flash forward to 20 years. And episode 3 of Yu-Gi-Oh! 13.
That'd be
That
crazy.
would be nuts.
Oh man.
All right. Anyway, go.
So I totally forgot what I was gonna promote. I stream on Twitch. Nick Fights Moms. I've finally been getting back into it after a pretty extended hiatus with like doing like once a night or whatever, or once a week rather. Because the semester's now over, so I have this whole summer to do a whole bunch of streams with you guys. We can go later. We can do a whole lot more. I know 2 nights ago I did Minecraft for the first time in a while, trying to get that server back up.
Yes, we have.
So
to.
that would be a good time if we can all get in on that. Well, I guess that's a sub, right? That's a sub server, the Minecraft server.
It is. It's yeah, or channel
It's
members
for
or patrons.
channel members
yes.
or patrons or Twitch subs. So if you're one of those, try to get in on that realm that Dylan has, and we could have a great time on Minecraft.
And it is
play.
open all the time.
Yeah, it's
24/7,
it's on 20. Yeah,
365.
you don't have to worry about him hosting it.
Yeah.
It's open constantly, so that'd be a lot of fun. I play in a band called Mom Fight, hence the name Nick Fights Moms. We have a bunch of stuff. 2 EPs on all streaming platforms. Money. That you can buy or stream anywhere. If you're into loud, heavy music, we're in the process of writing a full length. I personally perform some sad boy indie shit under the name Nameling. I have an EP that came out in January, but most of you know that. But you can stream that literally anywhere. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, wherever you can stream or buy music, you can find it. Nameling, Ask Again, and I have a new song coming out this summer, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, can't wait for that. Run channel, YouTube, Coolest Gamers. Things have been a little slower there. Episode 6 of Falcon the Winter Soldier will be up tomorrow, so you can check out for that, and that will conclude that series. There's some trailer reactions that went over there as well. Also, a First and 10, the NFL football podcast I do with my friend Brian, that's on the channel right now. You'll notice, well, Pete, is it on the channel? Because I don't see it. If you go to the playlist and you link it there, I didn't want to flood your feed given how many videos came out last week. It is there, so you can check out all our thoughts on the draft and free agency before the draft happened. Maybe we'll do a post-draft show. We'll end up seeing if we can get our schedules coordinated. Coming up, some interesting things. In June, there'll be Loki, which is you could kind of expect. But Dylan and I, and maybe some others, are going to be doing the show Invincible on Amazon Prime.
Oh, yeah.
That's to become in the next couple weeks or so. We're going to figure out some times for that and get together. So if that interests you, reactions to the channel will be coming very shortly. And as always, as I say, follow me on Twitter at PVicaro21.
Follow these guys. Great stuff to come. You guys know where to find me. Thank you all so much for your amazing support.
Also, be on the lookout this Sunday, Mother's Day. You have a very special guest for a very special video.
Yeah, top 10 moms on Sunday. That'll be a fun one. And then on Friday, I'm doing a pretty massive video where I'm ranking every single duel that the Yu-Gi-Oh protagonists have lost. It's about 18 duels. We're not doing duels that were like interrupted. So like, Yuma versus Flip, or not Flip, Caswell, where we get like the last turn. We're not counting those, but that'll be a big video on Friday, and of course top 10 moms on Sunday. And Pete's Legacy review out tomorrow as well, episode 16. So that's what you have to look forward to for the rest of the week. Thank you guys so much for your incredible support of this segment. We will see you again Wednesday night with another episode of Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Up. Nick T. Pete, thank you so much for the assistance and being a part of this. You guys are amazing.
Happy to be
Thank
here.
you all so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys.
See you later.